Are you on your phone?
I'm okay. That was weird. I thought I'm in the section to like change my background, and I thought, well, surely this will just rotate my background, right?
Surely.
There's no reason anyone would just rotate everything.
Let's see. Chat. There we go. Great. Hey, it's Eat the Right time. Um, let's do some quick introductions since we have some new folks. I'm Mark. I go by he and them, and I will be your GM for today. Heath, why don't you go ahead?
I'm Heath, and I will be a he, him, and I don't know what I'll be yet today. We'll figure it out.
Ben.
Ben is muted.
Hello. Yes, Ben, he, him. Don't know. I have some thoughts, but we'll see.
Excellent. And Jack, our new folks.
Hello, I'm Jack. Any pronoun is fine. And while I'm not entirely sure what character I'm going to be playing, they will be drinking a lot of blood.
Yes, excellent. Cool. So we are going to be playing Eat the Reich, which is a game about Nazis getting killed by vampire commandos in Paris in 1943. Um, the year is 1943. Europe is in flames. You're a unit of crack vampire commandos with a single objective: drink all of Adolf Hitler's blood and finally
Yeah.
destabilize the Nazi war machine. Great. Um, cool. So it is exactly what it says on the cover. We'll be playing. You'll be playing. I have the unfortunate task of playing your opposition. Um, you'll be playing vampires. We have six to choose from in the character keeper, all with their own various idioms. Um, but yeah, basically, what's going to happen is you're going to get dropped into Paris during World War II, during the end of the occupation, and you will fight your way through and eventually do the deed. Um, before we do anything, I'll go over the safety stuff. The three main tools are either X card or script change. So if something comes up that we want to elide, we can just say no thanks or rewind or X, and we will get rid of that thing or uh, retcon it. So that is what we want. We won't ask why. We might ask what specifically, just so we can do it right to your satisfaction. We'll do lines and veils. We have a list on the character keeper. Lines are things that will not exist in the game at all. We'll never see it, never really hear about it. Veils are things that may exist in the game world, but we're not going to see it on screen. There's also an ask first. So if there's something that might be a little bit touchy, but it's probably cool or might not be, we'll ask before going into it and then do that. And then there's the well-populated interest column. Um, if you haven't gone through that already, go ahead. Right now, we have lines on domestic violence, harm to children, homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexual assault. That's not a part of the game world at all. We have veils on consensual sexual content. Probably not going to see a lot of that. And a veil on torture. Cool. So that may exist in the world. We're not going to see it on screen. Ask firsts on violent conflict between PCs, suicide and human sexuality, and interest in alcohol consumption, cannibalism, graphic gore, guns, murder, rats, violence, and fucking up Nazis. Um, if there's anything on there that we haven't covered, go ahead and throw it in there. Or if this is a living document, so if something comes up, message me or say something and we will add it in there to make sure everyone's taken care of. And the third safety tool is open door policy. Players are always more important than the game. So if you ever need to leave, either just to take a little break or get a snack or go to the bathroom or any reason at all, feel free to do so. If someone needs to bounce altogether, if you can let me know, cool. If not, if you're gone for 10 or 15 minutes, we'll just assume that you're out and it's all cool. There's also a romance matrix on the safety tab. Again, probably not going to come up in this particular game. But if you want to fill out your name and if you're okay or not romancing PCs or NPCs, That's cool. Probably not going to come up at all. It's too much shooting and dying in this one. We're on video. Dice Roller is linked there. Hopefully folks have a chance to get on there. If you have trouble, let me know and we'll get you set up. I'm the GM. And let me go through the cat stock here real quick. So this is this game is explicitly a piece of anti-Nazi propaganda, which is a good thing. So everything we're going to be doing in this game is going to be anti-fascist, anti-Nazi. I, as GM, will be playing your opposition. I will not be portraying any of the unsavory aspects. There's not going to be any, probably not going to be any German accents, no slurs, no gestures, all that. You Nazis, for the most part, will be faceless, voiceless opponents. I don't think we're going to get all the way through it, but even at the end, like, there's no villain monologue. He just pees his pants and dies. Nazis are not heroic villains. They're just scum to be cut down. So Bruce is probably going to run about 3 hours. There will be anti-fascist violence, pulpy grindhouse, gallows humor encouraged. Your vampires are not Bela Lugosi or your vampire Lestat. There are a bunch of different flavors of feral and otherwise undead, and we'll go through those and pick one to speak to you. Our subject matter is murdering Nazis, World War II, occupied Paris, being a vampire, occult magical stuff, murdering Nazis. The number one rule is everyone's feeling good and having a good time. The last rule is historical accuracy. If you don't know a lot about World War II or Paris or any of that, totally cool. We'll shoot for it if it's interesting. If there's something that's not real or whatever, totally cool, as long as we're having a good time. Yeah, and those are notes for me. Yeah, any questions about any of that before we jump in and look at characters? And I'll go over the rules as we get into it.
Sure.
Feeling good? Cool. We have 6 characters available to us here. These are our vampire commandos. We have, let me get the little descriptions there. Great. We have Irina, who's a goth warlock. We have Nicole, who's a gun-toting resistance explosive expert. We have Cosgrave, who is a East London wide boy necromancer. I'm not sure what wide boy means, but he's a fancy boy. We have Chuck, a rotting cowboy just trying to get along. We have Astrid, who has an ancient predator soul coiled around her own. And we have Flint, who's just a half bat monstrosity who lives in a cave. Doesn't really talk a lot, but has cool fangs and stuff. So yeah, any feelings about who would like to play what?
Jack, it looks like oh no, never mind. I thought you had chosen.
Oh well, I this is it's funny. This is from an old game that we were supposed to play.
Oh, okay.
This is a copy of it.
Yeah. But I'm totally fine taking on Irina.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'm torn. I woke up with a headache today.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like someone who either has a high shoot or a high brawl. Just I like them all.
Yeah,
They're
Chuck is really good if or Flint if you want to just be like full on beast.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Heath, how do you feel?
I was just gonna pull up rear, but I mean, if looks like, I mean, I think Cosgrave could be interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. I will take Chuck then.
Cool. Let me hide Nicole appropriately enough.
Mhm.
A wide boy is
Yeah, I
like a
thought that
hustler, by the way.
that might get.
Say that again.
A wide boy is like a hustler, by the way.
Nice.
Someone who
Nice.
just like lives by their wits or whatever.
Cool. And we're hiding Astrid and Flint. Cool. So yeah, let me pull up this part of the book here. Yeah, so your characters. There's a cool, I think is it in there? There's a fun list of what the abilities are. Come on. Terrify. Great. So you've got a bunch of stats. Oh, they're highlighted. There we are. They have notes on them. Brawl is for killing Nazis up close. Con is not con as in Constitution, but con as in fooling people, swaying Nazis with lies, flattery, or charisma. Fix is for fixing stuff. Search is for searching for stuff, uncovering information about stuff. Shoot is killing Nazis from a distance. Sneak is what it says. And terrify is scaring Nazis. So everyone has a score between 1 and 4 in those. That's the number of dice you'll be rolling to do something. So when you want to do a thing, you say what you want to do, and we'll pick the stat that is appropriate for it. You roll that number of dice. You also have some equipment. Equipment has different numbers of uses on them, from looks like 5 to 1. Every time you use your equipment, you can add another die, and most of them have pluses afterwards. So, for instance, Irina has an exquisite hunting rifle. So if you can check off use of that to get an extra die. There's a plus elevated on it, which means that if she's in an elevated position, that means that 1+ means she can get another extra die there. She also has explosive runes plus concealed. So if she conceals the explosive runes, she'll get 2 additional dice there. And the last box there is highlighted because when you use the last use, you get 2 extra dice instead of 1, which encourages you to use it up because you can always pick up more stuff along the way. So smoke them if you got them. That's the loot under there. Loot always has 3 uses, and you can always trade those out. Everyone has a set of special abilities. The 3 that you can do by default, and you can advance during the game and get extra ones. Why don't I have y'all read through your abilities for us, so it's not just me jabbering. Jack, do you want to talk through Irina's main abilities there?
Sure. So it looks like she has 3 core abilities. The first is called Dark Glamour. When I mark blood, those nearby are mesmerized by my unearthly visage. I have Knight's Willing Servants. So when I mark blood, I summon a swarm of bats under my control. And I also have Deadeye Shot. So when I use a ranged weapon, I reduce the threat's attack rating by 1.
Nice. And I'll talk about what the details of all those things are coming up real soon. Looks like up next is Heath with Cosgrave.
Yes, I have the Danse Macabre. Mark blood to gain full control of a corpse for around a minute, after which it falls apart. Apparently, I get an extra die for Hans, are you okay? Whatever that means. Back Pocket Hex is a special. I can reduce a threat's attack rating by 1. And Phantasmagoria, mark a blood to conjure nightmare illusions in the area immediately around me with an extra die. Incorporates the background in a clever way.
Nice. I'm guessing Hans, are you okay? As if it's like someone that the people you're doing stuff to know. Cool. And Ben, tell us about Chuck.
Chuck has acid spit. I can hawk up a gutful of fierce acid, and it's extra damaging to metal. That costs blood. I have spider scurry. Mark blood, skitter across ceilings and up walls. That's extra die for low ceilings, and Corpse Eater. I roll, if I rolled any ones, I gain blood.
Nice.
Gain 1 blood automatically. Yeah.
Awesome. And the advances you get to advance after there will be special enemies called Ubermenschen, which are cyborgs and werewolves and witches and shit like that. So you'll eventually find one of them. When you defeat them, you can drink their blood and take an advance. And I think there's enough that you can take all 3 advances eventually. So 2 things about those abilities. One, the easier one, the one's marked special. Specials kick off when you have a 6 in your roll. So if you have a 6 in the dice that you roll, you can kick off your special. The blood, you will have an amount of blood from I think 0 to, I think you can go up to 10. Let me double check. Yeah, you can go up to 10 blood. That represents how much blood you've drunk. And you can use that for all sorts of stuff. You can use it for your special abilities. And oh, you know what? There's the rules reference in here. Blood you can also use for something else. I think you can burn 2 blood to heal. Yeah, I think that's it. So let me talk about the main mechanic. So you get your dice pool through your stats and abilities and whatnot, and equipment. You roll your stuff. I will also be rolling a number of dice according to the threat level of whatever you're going up against. So the things have threat levels, which is how many dice they roll, and basically the damage they're going to do. And so I will roll a number of dice equal to the power of the threat of the enemy, and we'll look at what we get. For you, 5s and 6s are a success, or 4s and 5s are a success, and a 6 is 2 successes. For me, 4, 5s, and 6s are just 1 success. And you can basically use your successes to in every scene, you're going to have an objective that's like a certain number. It's a clock, basically. So you can use successes to take down that clock and advance your objective. You can reduce the threat's rating up to eliminating them completely. You can defend yourself against the dice that I roll that are successes, because those will be damage. You can spend dice to feed on Nazis and get blood from them. And if you roll 6s, you can activate your special. If for some reason you roll 2 successes or lower, you can do a flashback, and there's fun tables to roll on that, and that'll get you 2 extra dice in the pool, and you get to re-roll the pool. And that is basically it. If there are still damage dice left after your roll, I get to do damage to you. Each of your characters has a set of injuries at the bottom there. If you take damage, you're going to roll for an injury, and the first 3 are just cosmetic. The last 3 actually do stuff. And if you run out of injuries, you die, and you get to do your last stand, which means you do one of the thing that says under your last stand, roll 8d6 and go out with a big bang. And that is the core of it. Did I miss anything else? After everyone goes, I get a chance to call on for reinforcements, which is so taking care of Nazis quickly is good. What am I missing anything else here? Objective threats, healing, yeah, reinforcements, challenge rating. Great, yeah, great. Oh, if you ever take 3 damage in a scene, then you're taken out for that scene until someone rescues you, basically. And after each thing, you get loot. Great. Awesome. Any questions before we jump into it? A lot of stuff.
Do we search for loot or?
Yeah, you will. So in let me go back to where it was. I was just looking at there. So once per objective like scene, if there's something that you find that's interesting, you can write it down in your loot slot. So you don't necessarily need to search it. You can just say like, oh, like there's a I just took these Nazis out and they had a machine gun on top of their car. I'm going to grab the machine gun and carry it with me. And you can use that for your loot bonus there. Some locations have particularly impressive pieces of equipment, and I will let you know what those are, and you'll get them. It'll be super cool. So basically, once per objective, you can get something cool. So you can, it's using all the dots on your equipment is great because you're going to find stuff everywhere you go.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah.
It was, should I save everything and like never spend?
Absolutely not.
That's
Absolutely
weapon,
not.
right?
And what do the 3 checkboxes by the loot thing mean on our
Those are
picture?
the uses for your loot. So if you pick up the chainsaw,
Oh,
you
okay.
can use that for extra dice. You can use it as many times as you want in the fiction, but you can only use it 3 times for extra dice.
Gotcha.
And like the rest of it, I'm pretty sure the last use of it gives you 2 dice instead of 1. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah. Yeah, great. And they'll probably have some bonuses depending on like, oh, I picked up a sniper rifle. So, if I'm far away, that'll give me a bonus or whatever. Great. Anything else? Alrighty. Let me read the opening scroll then. The year is 1943. Europe is at war. Illuminated by the dull red lights of the bomber's hangar, Commander Slate paces back and forth on the steel plates of the plane's floor. The last 6 months have led us to this point. This is our final move. Your mission is to kill Adolf Hitler in his Zeppelin atop the Eiffel Tower. There are 3 reinforced steel boxes hanging from the roof. From behind the bulletproof glass panes in the lids, your eyes kind of blaze forth with fierce determination. It's hot as hell down there, folks. Once you arrive, you'll be swarmed with Nazi scum until this is done and dusted. Then she walks over to a large lever mounted towards the front of the bomber. Godspeed, or devil speed, or whatever. Good luck. She gives you a little salute, throws the lever, and the hatch is open, and your drop coffins fall. So you're going to be dropped onto the map somewhere. Oh, look, there's a map right here. There's a bunch of places you can land. Let me there's a copy of the map in the Keeper. Even better. Look at that. So the map's split up into 3 zones, sectors. Hitler's in sector 1 at the Eiffel Tower. Because of magic, you can only be dropped in sector 3. So there's a place by the river, the Grand Market, catacombs, a hotel, a graveyard, or a sweet church. And it's up to you where we drop in there. Anything that you're feeling?
I mean, I personally feel like, catacombs are a pretty classic
Nice.
Parisian feature, especially for vampires.
Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, I mean, we could also just sort of make a big entrance and try to find the most heavily populated place. Go to town.
I mean, there are. It looks like there's 6 locations. Do we want to leave it up to chance?
Ooh.
I'm always good with
Yeah.
you know how I love my random.
Chaos.
I like the idea of us like okay, we're gonna go here. Wait, well, what about here? And then we end up.
The wind carries our drop coffins elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have them in order here. So yeah, go ahead and roll one, and I'll pick them according to the order that they are here in sector 3.
Okay. Landing 6.
6, I think that is the church.
Oh no.
Amazing. Great. So the look at that. Cool. So the way that the drop works, um, you are yeah, let's set the scene here. So this is the Saint Medard Church, one of many beautiful churches in Paris. This one is impressive with tall spires and stained glass, sturdy oak pews, a big gaudy altar up front. And I think the camera sort of sees the scene of, there's a dove flitting by, and we hear this screaming from above as these three metal boxes just slam through the roof, through the stained glass, into the pews, and just land with a make a little crater there in the middle. When you land, you are you've been dropped at full velocity, no parachutes. You want the element of surprise here. So when you impact, you are immediately liquefied inside the coffin, basically. um, but there are there's triggers that spray nun's blood in the casket as soon as you land. Voluntarily given. There's a special order of nuns that works with Fang that you're a member with, and within seconds you are fully rejuvenated to your full form. You are at 0 blood because you had to use it all to regroup there. And yeah, what does it look like when you emerge? Anyone can start.
So these giant metal coffins, I think the first lid just sort of tips over, falling forward, and there's just like this like blood red mist that comes out, and Irina steps out 1 foot forward, and we see this sort of pant leg with like a nice shiny leather boot with a heel, and she emerges fully, and we see just like the white skin, the white hair, the blood red eyes, and she is looking pissed. And she kind of looks around. We see that she's in this like nicely tailored suit that's been like, it's kind of like a men's suit, but it's been tailored to her body. She pulls out a cigarette, just kind of lights it up and looks around, waiting for the others to emerge.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess. My Chuck's coffin. The the front of it gets a little stuck when coming out, and you just hear some cowboy cursing from inside. God damn! What is this again? And then he, pushes it and it flies across the room, and he comes out, guns ready, and then realizes that we're in a church. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah. Yes, and I'm dressed like cowboy. Like if you remember the old Deadlands RPG,
Oh
like the
yeah.
original edition. But I can't remember that guy's name. But yeah, basically, I got a duster, classic, cool trench coat. But otherwise, I look just like a dirty, dusty guy.
Nice.
I think from my coffin, a very large knife busts through the lid and then kind of tears down the length of the coffin. And then I think you hear some mumbled chanting from inside, and the lid just blows off as like wispy black spirits fly out, about 50 of them, into the night. And I just kind of do the very classic vampire, from laying to standing straight up with a very it's a kind of a lot of velvet and leather, but not necessarily in the most stylish way. Like, I have a feeling when it needs to be patched up, I get patched with leather because that's more durable. So, still a lot of the original velvet, but I like the asymmetrical kind of weird patchiness of the leather mins.
Nice. And as soon as you've gotten yourself sort of out of the coffins and established, you are not subtle in your entrance, and immediately, let me get the objective up here. Your objective for this is going to be getting out. Get out of here, and that's going to be a 8 objective. So you're going to need to spend 8 successes to achieve that. However it is, and to make that trickier, your your descent has been noted, and as soon as you like give each other the look and be like, okay, cool, let's do this. The front doors fly open, and two squads of jackbooted thugs fan out to either side of the church and sort of take up position behind the pews with rifles, and a couple guys have little submachine guns, and they're yelling in German, probably yelling for you to stop or give up or get down or something. There's just a lot of yelling, but they're looking, and they will realize what's going on pretty quickly and open fire. So, is there anyone who has a strong idea of what they'd like to do to start?
I mean, I will just look at the others and say, well, they're not nuns, but they'll do. And she tosses a cigarette, and yeah, I think yeah, so with this equipment, it's just once it's used, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got some explosive runes. So why not just start off with a bang, right?
Nice. So how are you going to attack or defend or move? What are you looking to do to these guys?
I'm looking to at least blow the front line up. So just sort of like pulling out from, from my blazer, just pulling out a handful of these like carved bone runes and just whispering the incantation and just flinging them at them while also like trying to run away so I can get for cover.
Awesome. That sounds like shoot damaging Nazis from a distance. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Cool. So that'll be 3 dice. And check off a use of your explosive runes. They get a 4th one. Any abilities? No. Great. Cool. So you're rolling 4 dice there.
So it's 46.
46. Yeah. They're all going to be always d6 here.
That's a 22.
Whoa.
Oh,
3
dang. Okay,
sixes.
so you're 4s and 5s are 1 success, 6s are 2 successes. So it looks like you got 7 successes right off the bat there, which is great. My infantry squad, their threat is 6, so I'm going to be rolling 6 dice for them. 3, 4, 5, 6, and see what I get. 3. Cool. So they have 3 strength basically to attack them. So with your 7 successes, you can reduce that amount of attack. You can whittle down their power. You can get some blood in you, or you can work towards the objective. And we'll describe how those go as you do them. What are you feeling?
Mark, sorry, quick question. Do you roll the opposition? You roll for every one of our rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Depending on, like, there'll be multiple or different things in the scenes, and I'll roll for whichever one is the most relevant.
So those dice you just rolled, are those threat dice? As far
Those
as
are threat dice. Yeah.
Okay, so like attack dice, will that happen later? Because there's like
So
2 things. There's reduced threat dice and defending against attack dice.
Yeah, so the threat is the number of dice I roll. So if I have any successes, I'll do damage to you. So if you want to defend against those, you'll spend your successes against them. And then the attack value is the amount of damage I do, I think. No, that's the number of. Let me double check. I think I'm thinking about this wrong.
Yeah. Well, I just see like
this
on
was
your
a-
allocating dice, I see like reduce the threat's rating or
If the
remove
GM has
a GM
attack
attack dice.
Right, right. Okay. So
So I'm trying to
right.
figure out the difference between those two.
So the difference is the power is kind of both how many dice I roll and how many hit points they have, kind of. So you can spend successes to reduce the power, which means in subsequent attacks they'll be rolling fewer dice. They also have attack value, and each one of those attack values needs to be defended against. So these guys have 3 attack. So
Because you had 3 successes.
no, because they have a attack value of 3.
Oh, that's just their actual like a
Yeah.
stat. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So if I have any successes, let me double check this. I just read it and I think
think I'm
What?
grokking it.
If I have attack dice remaining, you mark an injury. Doesn't matter how many. So if you were going to defend against the attack, you would want to spend all 3 for this one. If I have 3 or more attack dice, then you'll mark 2 injuries and are downed. So basically, the things you're spending on are advancing your objective, reducing the threat level, which means reducing the number of dice I roll. And then once that's gone, they're taken out. Defending yourself against those attacks. So these guys have 3 attacks, so spending 3 dice will make that not happen. Or spending them to get blood.
And what's the? I'm sorry. Did you tell us what the objective's rating is? So we have like a certain number of
Yeah,
dice.
yeah. Our
Hmm.
objective to get out is 8. So you'll
Okay.
need to spend 8 successes over the course of the scene to get out.
Dig it.
All right. So because I had all 4 successes, I could just break them up between allocating dice. So
Yeah, and the 6s are worth 2, so you got 7 altogether.
So I'm going to use one of those 6s to lower the rating of the objective. And I figure
Cool.
because it's an explosion, it's maybe like, shattering windows and, it's just
Yeah.
creating more pockets for us to get out if we want
Yeah.
to. I will. 7 successes. Okay, I got a lot to spend. So if anyone wants to do something, I guess I don't know.
Well, actually, Jack, I think since you use the explosive rune as a ranged weapon,
Yeah.
your ability for Deadeye shot, since you rolled a 6, we should reduce the threat's attack rating by 1. I think
Absolutely.
automatically.
Yeah. In fact, you rolled 3 6s, so that attack rating goes down to 0 immediately.
Oh, okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, party.
There you go.
I mean,
so that
I
squad
guess,
is no longer a threat.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I guess since I've blown up the entire squad, I could just use the rest of the dice to lower the objective as much as possible, unless people want to look around.
You can also grab yourself some blood if you'd like.
I feel like I blew them to bits. So
I mean, that just
not
means
a
there's
blood to
a
salvage.
shower of blood. It's like,
Just open your mouth.
Yeah.
I'll
Stand-
wait. I'll
stand
wait.
in the rain.
I'll give you guys some blood if you want. But otherwise, yeah, I'll use this just to sort of get us out of here real quick.
Cool. So there's only 1 point left in the objective, and those guys go screaming, and the other squad just squares up, and they're like, okay, cool, let's go, and they open fire on the other 2. Who would like to do something?
I have an idea. I'm still trying to sort out exactly how this all works out. The church is intact, right? So it's like
Except for there's big holes in the roof,
right?
where you came in.
Like, since I'm kind of I have some, I like to be a little weird and mysterious and sneaky. Like, is it possible for me to try to like jump up and disappear into the rafters
Sure, yeah.
where I'm like they can't see me or don't know where I've gone exactly?
Yeah.
With my sneak, I'm guessing.
With your sneak, yeah, that sounds like you're sneaking. So it's 3 dice. Yeah, I think you're just gonna be rolling a 3. Cool. So go ahead and do that.
All right, what do you got?
Bam, there's 3 successes.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is the other infantry squad. So they also have a threat of 6 and attack of 3. So you could spend all 3 of those successes to just defend against getting shot. You could take a hit and finish off the objective, get yourself some blood. What do you feel like doing?
Oh, well, and hold on. So let me see something. So that doesn't really apply. Okay. Okay, so I have 3 successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And
if I
they have
give
3 attacks. So if they have any attack remaining after
right,
you allocate your dice, you'll take a hit. Which at this point is just cosmetic. So
yeah.
it's up to you.
Let's since it's all a learning game at this point, let's just go ahead and call it a draw. Where I managed to jump into the rafters. They're shooting at me, but I managed to disappear without being hit into the darkness.
Nice. Cool. I'm gonna activate the last threat, I think, for what's her name? Is it Chuck? For Chuck. I think because the windows were blown out, Chuck, with your super vampire vision, you like you're kind of like assessing this threat. The other guys are like shooting wildly into the sky. We're trying to go after Cosgrave, and you kind of like look around for an opening, and you see one through one of the stained glass windows. But also, like, we kind of zoom in and see that there is a sniper on the building across the street, and it looks like he has his sights set on you.
One more
What
thing,
would you like to
sorry,
do? Yeah.
just because I'm
Yeah.
not sure how to. For the special thing, I'm trying to remember, would I've had needed to spin the die, or does
Oh,
it
yeah.
automatically trigger?
It triggers off when you roll a 6. So
Because
what's your special?
reduce a threat's attack rating by 1.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
does
Then
that just automatically happen without me like spending a die on there?
yep. Thank you for pointing that out. Cool. And that's the threat rating. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so some a sniper's got you in his sights.
Yeah.
And they've got a threat of 3, but an attack of 6. So they're easy
Right.
to
Okay.
defend against,
Or-
but if you don't, it's going to be rough.
Right. Okay. Question about my fix stat. So brawl, kill Nazis up close. Shoot, kills Nazis from a distance.
Yeah.
Con Nazis. Fix, repair or modify devices and structures.
Yeah, so if you
like,
come across a busted tank and you want to use it, or fortify a door or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, could I use that to use part of the drop coffins to the window to like block the snipers?
That sounds like you'd be. Do you want to hide behind the coffin, or do you want to like chuck the coffin?
Well, I mean, what I'm actually going to do? Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want. Actually, I think I'm just going to shoot. Is what I'm actually going to do.
Nice.
Now that I know. So I'm gonna check off one of my paired revolvers.
Cool.
Uses.
And I'd even say that's an extra die because it feels like
a duel.
You against the sniper is kind of feels like a duel right now.
Okay, yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah. So I notice I draw and I shoot. So that's
awesome.
3 for shoot and 2 for the guns.
Yep. You can be rolling 5 dice. Whew. That is 6 successes, and I'm going to roll my 3, and that is no successes. Oh. So you do what you like.
Well, 3, I think, to eliminate the threat, right?
You can, yeah. They don't have any successes right now, so they're not going to do any damage to you, no matter what you do.
Yeah. But if I eliminate them now, we would not have to deal with them next round, or
Well, if you complete the objective, then then
oh,
you're out of their reach.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just run. What's
Or you can
what's
take them
the
out. That's fine too.
what's the objective at now?
You have one check left.
Oh, oh, I can do both. Uh, uh,
And you can
yeah.
also spend it
Oh,
on blood, so you could complete the objective
oh,
and get 5 blood as well. But
right.
It's a lot of
totally up to
blood.
you.
Yeah.
That's a
Oof.
lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood. Uh, okay, let's do that. Let's get out of here.
Cool. Do you have any specials to kick off on those 6s?
I do not. My
Oh, when you do a fix thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so tell me how you clear the way by taking out that sniper. What does it look like when your shot hits
yeah.
before his does?
Yeah. I sorry, I missed. We're going out the front door,
It's up to you.
I think. Okay. Uh, um, yeah. Uh, yeah. Say draw, shoot. Feeling very confident. Uh, um, yeah. I only shoot with one pistol, and I use the
Mhm.
other to grab a leg, and also kick what's remaining of the coffin out through a wall to make a hole for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
How does the bullet strike
I mean the classic through the
the scope?
through the
Yeah.
scope. That's kind of yeah,
Nice.
just like
And tell me where all that blood comes from for you.
um. Well,
And you have pretty much free reign on this. There's still another squad
oh,
shooting at the ceiling, but
oh,
you can get it from wherever you like.
okay. Well, in that case, yes. When I kick the coffin through a wall, I scatter some Nazis, I guess.
Excellent.
And I guess grab one out of the air for a quick bite on the way.
Nice. Take your time while the rest of them just like, oh no, that's not what we thought. And they scatter. The remaining ones scatter, and you can stroll out into the early evening and see the sun setting in the west. Um, cool. I think we did all that right. That sounds right.
Feels good.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a little 5-minute break, and we'll come back and kill some more Nazis.
Woo.
I'll see you in 5. Shooting Nazis. I did one little thing wrong in there. If there's multiple threats in a scene, I take the one if you're engaged with multiple threats, I take the one with the highest attack and then add one for each additional threat that you're engaged with. But wouldn't have made a difference in this fight. But it might later on. The other thing is that in the church, you can take this piece of loot, which is an extraordinarily huge cross. It's got 2 uses, and it gets 2 bonuses for swinging for the fences. Would anyone like to take a giant cross to beat Nazis up with? Oh, and the flavor text for St. Medard Church says, luckily, the old folk stories about vampires feeling holy symbols or sacred ground are just religious propaganda, and you guys suffer no ill effects from the church or from crosses or anything.
Oh, good.
Anyone feel good about hitting Nazis with a giant cross?
Doesn't feel like a particularly Cosgrave thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like Irina, she's usually the one carried around by men, not the other way around. So
I could see Chuck doing it though.
I
He's a
think,
cowboy.
yeah.
All right, cool.
big old cross strapped to his back.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, 2
Second.
uses.
Yeah.
Reminds him of his days back on the ranch digging fence posts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got 2 uses. And you can put that in loot.
Is it a +1 for swing for the fences?
It's 2 pluses for swing for the fences. Let me see if I can get the particularly huge cross. 2 uses. Particularly, did I paste it twice? Oh, notes. You didn't join your fields right. Cross. Yeah, so you can throw that in your loot there. Perfect. Great. Where would you like to go next? Would you like to hit another place in in sector 3, or would you like to proceed? You're on the border there, but you can make your way as you will. Probably your choices are.
Since it's a one shot, I'm fine just jumping into sector 2.
Yeah, is that cool with
I'm
everyone
okay
else?
with that.
Sure.
Cool. Let's go then to the metro station. None of the trains are currently running because of the occupation, but the metro makes for an excellent means of slipping through the city undetected. It sounds like that's what you want to do. You get down to the tunnels, miles and miles of tunnels down there, maintenance shafts, stations you can pop in and out of. And that'll let you, get to where you need to get. But when you're underground, you're much easier to trap. Yeah, so your objective is to cut through the metro tunnels, and that objective is rating 10 objective. And you can hear shouts and footsteps in various tunnels. How would you like to proceed through these tunnels here?
Got an idea that yeah, I think this would count as a search. With my bottled ghosts that get 2 extra dice when they pass through walls.
What are you searching for?
I just figured probably like the best route through the tunnels. So I figured the ghosts can like pass through the walls and check
Oh,
out the different
nice.
tunnels and see like, oh no, there's shitloads of Nazis in that one, but there's only a couple squads in this one. Go kill them.
Nice.
So
Nice.
intel, best path to take through the tunnels.
Cool. So you got 2 dice for search. You can mark off a use of your bottled ghosts after passing through
Yeah.
walls. Like you said, that's 2 more. So that's going to be 5 altogether.
Wait, that's 4, right? Or is
Uh,
it? Oh, yeah.
2,
Oh, because it's 1 for the ghost, and then you get an extra 2. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, plus for passing through walls.
Okay. So got you. So it's 3 total for my bottle of ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, even better. Hey, this is literally Ghost Recon.
It is.
All right. Well, no 6s, but 3 5s.
Cool. So that's 3 successes. Um, yeah. So there's no threat to mark down right now, or defend against. I am going to give you the opportunity, however, to score yourself some blood because while searching, one of the things that you do find is the source of those shouts and jackboots, and that is a squad that has been sent into the tunnels to look for you. And this is an armored infantry squad. Let me get their
Whoa.
stats up here. They are a threat 6 squad. They are a threat EAT 6, an attack 3, and they have a challenge rating of 1, which means that basically they have a point of armor. So if you want to do stuff to them, you need to spend an extra point to do that.
Quick question.
Yeah,
With abilities that say mark blood, we have to have blood and able to use them.
you do have to have blood to be able to use
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Cool. So, you have 3 successes. You can put them towards your objective. You can start punking on these guys, and even grab one to grab some blood if you like. What do you feel like doing there?
How about how's everybody feel about like 2 towards the objective, 1 towards some blood?
Yeah.
Does that seem to work?
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Cool. So I'll mark 2 off for objective. Give yourself a point of blood there,
no,
and
no, no.
tell me how you get that blood.
I figure since my ghosts have done the recon for me, I kind of see their sort of patrol factor. And I think one guy is kind of walking off a little bit away from his squad to take a piss.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I say, I think I have my chance to like just, whoa, just creep around the corner and nom, bite him from
Nice.
behind while he's peeing. Dies with his cock out.
Nice. And of course, there are so many screams, which attracts the attention of that squad. And there's a bit of hollering and running, and before too long, they turn a corner, they come up behind you, and they shine their spotlight on you and are horrified by what they see, but immediately raise their rifles and are ready to rock you a little bit. So, Arena or Chuck, what would you like to do about that?
I've got a question about. I'm thinking that I would like to scurry across the walls and get
Mhm.
behind them,
Nice.
and then I don't know, swing with my cross, or like,
Awesome.
or like use it as a battering ram. Since
Nice.
we're in a small tunnel. How does that work? So I mark blood to skitter across the ceiling, right?
Yeah, you'd mark blood to get across the ceilings. I'm going to say these are low ceilings, so that would give you an extra die to whatever you're doing there.
Okay.
Um, and it sounds like you're doing a brawl with that cross. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, right. So, and I'll mark one off the cross. So
Yeah, mark one off the cross.
my
And if you
brawl
are you
is.
are you swinging for the fences?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. Am I? It seems like,
What does that mean to you?
well, yeah. I feel like that means giving it my all. Which I kind of am, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems. I don't know. I don't want to abuse that, but I do want to hurt Nazis.
yeah. Take it, take
Okay.
it.
Okay. So I
So
get.
you've got 3 for brawl, 1 for the cross, 2 for swinging for the fences, and 1 for coming up behind him on the ceiling. That sounds like 7 dice.
Yeah. Oh
All
boy.
right. And
Uh,
they have a threat of, what did I say? Threat of 6.
okay.
All right. So
Now.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Let me roll their 6. 1, 2, 3 successes. So they have three dice to take care of.
Mhm.
So you can spend to reduce their threat, defend against those 3 dice, get some blood, or put them towards the objective.
Right. Well, my special power is to get blood when I roll a 1.
Ooh,
Uh,
dang! So you got
yeah.
2 extra blood there.
I don't know. It seems like I think I can only get 1. That's the way I read that.
After
Before you start
gain
gain
1
1.
blood. Yeah, gain 1 blood if you roll
Yeah.
21. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Otherwise, that would be like a perpetual motion machine. Okay, so I don't want to get hurt. What did I have? 1, 2, 3. Wait, 2, 3, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
5 versus my
So
3.
so I will eliminate the threat with 3 of those successes, right?
Yes, I
Or
think you need
or
to
because they have the
uh
challenge rating, right?
yeah, so
They've
they
got
have armor, so you're gonna have to spend an extra one.
Okay. So 4 to eliminate that threat to me,
Mhm.
and 1 for the objective.
Cool.
And I'll say, so I scurry over them and just like bash into them with the cross as a battering ram,
Mhm.
which is nicely sized for this tunnel, this like side tunnel that we're in. And maybe I hit one of them so hard that he like knocks into a wall and like loosens some of the stones. That'll
Mhm.
help us get through.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me verify that is right. Limiting threat, defending. Oh, actually, the challenge is not for defending; it's just for doing
Oh,
damage to them. So yeah, you can
okay.
spend 3 to avoid that threat.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 for the threat and 2 for the objective.
Cool, cool. Yeah, so you're just skidding around the ceiling, and they're trying to get a beat on you, but they can't because you're in the darkness there. The cross comes out of the ceiling. Bam. Great. What about Irina?
Is there anything left to kill or?
Oh yeah, there's plenty left to kill.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, they're all there.
Then yeah. What's the rating at now? It's
Threats at 6 still, attack 3.
okay. Yeah, let's party. I will. So just another rules clarification. If I wanted to use my hunting rifle, I always have to. You always have to mark equipment if you're using it, or
Yep.
can you use it? Okay, got it.
Yeah, you can fictionally use it if you want to, but to use it to get dice, you need to mark it off.
Got it. Okay.
So you can just say, I'm shooting with my rifle, but you're not going to get any dice until you hit the box.
So if I have 3 and shoot, I can't use those 3 until I use the rifle.
Yeah, but you can still say like I'm shooting with my rifle and shoot them. You're just not going to get the extra dice unless you like mark off a use of it, basically. Like you're like marking off ammo.
Okay.
But you can always fictionally shoot with it,
Okay.
even after it's marked off.
Okay. Got it. Then yeah, yeah, so I'll go ahead and mark 1 for that. I'm not elevated. I don't have fancy spider climb, unfortunately. I'm not wearing the best shoes for it. So that's going to be 4 dice.
Awesome. 4 dice. Go for it. It's 1, 2, 3 successes, and they're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Okay. So they're gonna hit you probably. Um, tell me how you want to spend there.
That is a good question. So got 3 successes, so I'll put 2 to the threat to reducing the threat rating, and then I'll take 1 for blood.
Okay. So if I have 3 or more attack dice, you're gonna mark 2 injuries and get downed until someone else rescues you. So
Aye.
it's not a waste to defend against 3 of those, but it's your call.
Oh, I can defend? Oh, I
Yeah,
can. I
yeah,
got it. Got it. Okay.
yeah. You just can't defend against the entire thing.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will not get blood, and I will use 2 to I'll use 2 to reduce the threat and 1 to defend.
That would still only take you down to 4 dice on their part. They would still
Math is
take you
not my
down.
strong suit.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive me.
Yeah, so they have 5 dice and you have 3. So if you spent all 3 defending, you would still take a hit, but you wouldn't get knocked out.
Got it. Got it. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I'm too cute to die yet. So
Yeah.
yeah. I'll spend all 3 to defend.
Cool. So yeah, they they see the threat from above and kind of take up positions in niches on the side there. And they just start firing down the tunnel, and they even though you're firing back valiantly, they've got some cover and they are able to tag you there. So this is our first injury. Roll 1 die, and we'll see where you get hit. 1. Ooh, you get hit in the suit. So mark off suit turn there. That means you got hit in the in the
My
well, you tell
lapel.
me. Yeah, you tell me, like, how did the bullets ruin your suit?
Yeah. So I fire 3 rounds. I fire a few rounds.
Torn. It
And
should be torn. That's what it is. Okay.
I got it. It's like, yeah, is that like a British colloquialism? I don't know. But yeah, so firing off. Some of the soldiers maybe get hit, but they don't fall.
Or
Instead,
maybe they do. It's just that there's a lot of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, one just sort of like shoots right through my lapel, and the bullet exits my back. And I'm at first not
Son of a
phased by the
bitch.
actual injury, but then I look down at my lapel and I say, shit.
Mm. Cool. And the gunfire, there's reinforcements now after everyone goes. So a second squad shows up in the other end of the tunnel. So they got you kind of pinned in there. And they haven't been reduced yet, so they don't really refresh anything. So yeah, it's top of the round. Who would like to take a shot at doing something? Cosgrave?
Yeah, I've got an idea. In this nature of exploring all the fun toys,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would use that blood I just got
Yeah.
to do the dance macabre and
Oh, okay.
reanimate the guy that I just killed who was pissing.
Nice.
And then I'm not exactly sure like how this works. Do I use him to do a thing like
You use him to
terrify
do a
them or
thing.
like
Yeah. I mean, he's still got his gun, so he can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
Pee on him.
Yeah, I was kind of. I mean, I know initially I thought, oh, I just have to shoot at him, but it seems so boring that I kind of thought since he was mid pee that I would just have his corpse start trying to pee on all his Nazi friends.
That sounds like a terrify to me.
Yeah, I thought may terrify them by. I mean, if a zombie comes at you trying to piss at you,
Mhm.
hopefully that's pretty
What
shocking.
does he? What does he look like? Like what did the what does he look like after your attack?
His head is kind of lolling sideways, and the right side of his throat is pretty much torn out.
Mm.
And so just bleeding all down the front of his suit and everything. And of course, he's still got his cock in his hand. That's how he died. And so I think he's just got like that like wide-eyed, terrifying look coming at you with his junk out to pee on you.
Nice. Cool. So that's a
That's what
terrify.
Nazis deserve.
That's what Nazis deserve. That's 2 dice for terrify. They know him, so you definitely get the Hans are you okay dice.
Yeah. Exactly.
I
So it's a
think
third
that's
die.
the third die, unless you want to use your ghost. If you use your ghosts, you will get 2 more dice because it's the last one. Or 3 if you want to use Mother Millicent's stolen soul jar. Whatever that is to you.
You know what? In the spirit of smoke 'em if you got them, sure. Let's go ahead and get the bottle because what's scarier than a zombie coming to pee at you? A zombie surrounded by swirling black ghosts, all coming to pee at you.
Nice. Cool. So we've got 2 for terrify. We've got 3 for the soul jar. You mark that off, or you're using ghost or soul jar.
The ghosts.
The ghosts, cool.
Yeah.
So that's 2 more. So that's 4. And you get the die for Hans, are you okay? As they're like, no, Hans, what are you doing? Why are you trying to do this? Great. So I think that's 5 dice, right?
I think so. I think that's what I've got here.
Right.
Oh, what a lame roll.
There's 2 successes.
But at least I do get to do my special.
Ooh,
Because
yeah.
that's 6.
Reduce its threat rating by 1. Great.
So that's something.
Cool. And I'm getting 3 successes. So reduce a threat's attack rating by 1. So that's that one.
I got something out of that.
Next time they roll, they only have the other ones.
I'm very disappointed in my pissing Nazi. I'm disappointed in you, Hans. So you got 3 successes, and I
got 3 successes.
1 to do something with, basically, right?
Yeah.
How that works?
Yeah. So unless you want to be taken down,
exactly.
defending would probably be a good thing to do.
I think that's kind of really my only choice. That's what I'm gonna do with that.
Cool. But tell me what it looks like as you're dodging through the bullets, and like how do they damage you in the process of taking down Hans there?
I think Hans is coming at them, so pissing, they're scared and they start shooting at Hans. But because I included my ghosts, they're also shooting at all my ghosts who are incorporeal. That ends up being very bad for me.
Spraying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was a tactical error on my part. Sending incorporeal ghosts to be meat shields for Nazis.
Yeah. Roll 1 die to see where you get hit.
I got too wrapped up in the show of it all.
Gareth.
I got a 1.
1. Ooh, they blew off some of your fingers, man.
Right.
That's rough.
Ow.
As you're
Not
kind of
as
like
bad as tearing your suit. But...
doing all this. So,
Exactly, while I'm doing all my mystical movements. Like, ow! I didn't need all those anyway. I've got 8 more.
Dang. Cool. Chuck, what are you up to?
I think I want to use up my cross. And try to bowl them over,
Just really give it to
or
him.
yeah, or like try to like push them down to the other group to block
Nice.
them.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm using the last use of the cross, right?
Cool. So that's three brawl, plus 2 for the cross. So that's 5. Are you swinging for the fences? You trying to knock him down that way?
Sure.
All right.
Let's
That's
say less.
that's 7. That's pretty good. Yeah, unless you want to mark blood for an ability, but I think that's 7 for you.
Yeah. Oh boy.
3. Ooh, you got a bunch of ones. Everything that fires off on a 1.
I get my blood.
Oh, you get a blood. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I
there's
have to
3
figure out
successes for you.
some narrative way to explain how you get. Oh,
And I got 4 successes.
oh, okay.
So you need to knock
So
them down 2 unless you want to get taken out or get rid of your
yeah,
halves.
okay. So I have 3. You have 4. No, wait.
Yeah.
I have 3. You have 4.
Yeah.
So I'll use 2 to knock you down to 2.
Cool.
And I will use 1 against the objective, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I push into them, or I try to push into them while they're shooting at me. And the cross doesn't provide a lot of cover.
Yeah, it gets torn up pretty bad.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, you get a couple good hits in, but a big stick against a bunch of armored guys with machine guns is less effective than you would think. Great. Yeah, back to Arena, I think.
and I get a wound, right?
Oh, and yeah, you get a wound.
Yeah.
Roll a d6 to see what gets wounded.
Yeah, I got a flesh wound.
Flesh wound. Nice. Rolling ones across the board. Cool. Yeah, Arena, what are you up to?
Rena's pissed.
Yeah.
She puts her lapel down, and at her hip is a scabbard with a cavalry blade. She's going to
Nice.
draw it and point at them and say, "I'm going to shit out your souls," and she's going to charge ahead.
Awesome.
And so I'm going to use this to terrify them.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. So that's 3 dice for terrify. +1 for your saber, +1 for charge.
Yep.
That's 5. Yeah. Cool. 5 dice for you. Nice. That's 4 successes.
6 successes.
1, 2,
Because I got the
3,
6.
4. Yeah.
Right?
I can see 2 5s and a 6. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's 4.
Oh, 4. Again, math, my strong suit.
You're good. Cool. Their threat rating has been reduced, right? So they get 2 successes. Cool.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I will use 2 of the successes to negate that damage.
Yep.
And then I will use 1 success to reduce the threats rating, and then the last success to get some blood.
You will need to spend 2 because they are armored for that.
Damn. I
Yeah.
want some blood.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna take blood. I need blood.
Great. Take 2 blood.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and they don't even like you run into them, and a magic sword is way scarier than a cross, and they scatter to the sides. running away. Tell me how you get that blood.
I think there's one who isn't as heavily armored, or their armor, they're they're maybe a little bit lax in their positioning or their judgment. But she will cleave off one of his arms
Nice.
and just slap him upside the head, just sort of smacking his head into the side of the tunnel. And she'll just like raise the arm and just sort of drink from the the open wound.
Nice. Okay, cool. They're now closing in on you. And their attack rating goes up by 1. Oh my. This is rough. Maybe
It's a brutal game.
maybe phase 2 was too soon. Cool. Top of the round then. Who's up?
If it's okay, I have an idea. Because now that I have blood, I can actually do this. Because I assume these tunnels are older. I am going to, as I'm drinking from the Nazi's arm, I will throw it down to the ground, sort of wipe my mouth, and look up to the ceiling and say, "Come to me, my children." And
Nice.
I'm going to use my Knight's Willing Servants, which is to summon a swarm of bats under my control. And
Awesome.
because this is an old building, that's an extra dice.
Yep.
And so I'd like to use this to terrify them again.
Excellent. That sounds like 4 dice, unless you want to add some equipment in there.
I'm good on that right now. I'll keep
Cool.
that
Cool.
chill right now.
Nice. Yeah, so bats are everywhere. They're just kind of shooting wildly at them. Go ahead and roll your 4 dice.
3 successes.
Nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Yeah,
this
is rough.
this is really rough.
I mean, I'll use the bats to negate the first 3 hits, and I'll just take the other one.
Yeah. You can if you want to just spend 2, that'll have the same effect. You'll still take a hit, but you won't be taken out.
Okay. All right, then I'll do that then.
Yeah.
So it's only if it's 3 or more.
If it's 3 or more.
Got it. Okay.
That's what it's bad.
All right. So then I will take 2 to negate some damage, and then I will use 1 to gain some blood.
Awesome. And remember, I think you can always spend 2 blood to heal an injury. I don't know if that's during a scene or between, but I'll look it up when it comes relevant. Go ahead and roll for your injury. Roll a d6.
Oh no.
A 5. Great. Yeah, one of them gets you in the shoulder. Again, it's a stray bullet because they're not shooting straight for sure. But yeah, they yeah. X. Cool. Who's up next?
Sorry. So so there's one armored group.
There's 2 armored groups. They're kind of, one of them is swarmed by bats, but they're both kind of like closing, like corralling you in there.
Yeah. I just want to jump into the ones that I was brawling with and just kick and punch and spit blood on them.
Nice.
Yeah.
You want to spit acid at them?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Does that
this is metal armor, right?
Yeah. I think that counts for against metal.
Okay.
So that's 3 for brawl. If you want to mark blood, that gives you 2 more dice.
Okay. So 3 for brawl and 2 for the acid spit.
2 for your acid spit. Yeah.
Okay. Marking the blood.
Oh, you marked an injury last time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, I was looking at your advanced ones. If you have corrosive fluids, when you mark an injury, reduce the rating of a threat. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. 4. Oh, and I get blood.
So that's 4. 5.
Oh boy.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to spend 3 or get taken out or lose your hat.
Right.
You have the hat.
Right. Yeah, I do have that hat. Wait, does the hat negate everything?
Mark hat to ignore injury or being downed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you could ignore all that damage and just lose your hat.
But it is a nice hat, though.
It is a nice hat.
I hate to lose it this much. Can,
You still
can
have
we know?
seven dots left on the objective.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah.
What did I get? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna get us through the objective
That'll
fast
get you more
enough.
than halfway there.
What was their? I can't remember. What's their hit points?
They are at a threat. Yours is at threat 7, and 3 attack rating.
Okay.
So we really haven't made any dents in them.
You have
is
made
what
no
you're
dents in them
saying.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Is there a attack or? So wait, we need to do. Do we need to do 8 points of damage because of their challenge rating, or do we have to do 4 points of damage? Or am I hitting?
Yeah, you need to. So, oh, have I been rolling this wrong? Let me double check. I may have been doing this completely wrong.
Mm.
I roll.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Let me double check here. I think I've been rolling the wrong thing, which is why it's been so tough.
Yeah.
Yep. That's great. Let me read this again.
Yeah, I still don't quite have a handle like on what threat rating means exactly.
Dice. GM grabs dice equal to the current attack rating of the threat. Okay, cool. So I've been rolling too many dice. Let's take this. I'll just take my I should have been rolling 3 dice instead of 6 or 4 instead of. So they only have 2 here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But now they have more hit points, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have 2, I have 4. And they have. So I will. Gosh. You know what? I'll defend.
Mhm.
And so I'll defend with 2,
Yep.
and the other 2 I will use to hurt them, which will only do 1 point of damage, right? Because of their challenge.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So 1 point of damage to them.
Cool. That makes much more sense. Okay. That's their threat, right? Okay, cool. Threats represented.
Okay, so threats are basically their hit points from what
Yeah, so when a threats rating has been reduced to 0, reduce its attack to 0 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is so you can assign dice to defending yourself. Okay, so you can. Okay, so you can't remove. Okay, I think I got it now. It's all coming together. So you when you do damage to them, you reduce their threat, and the attack dice is how many dice they roll. Some things can also lower their attack, but normally you're only doing damage to their threat. When the threat goes away, then they go away until reinforcements show up. Okay,
But you can also
that makes
spend
more
a
sense.
die to not get attacked because there's also
Right,
defending against an attack.
Yeah.
And so that's only right. So their attack dice are 3. So normally then if you rolled all 3 of those as successes, that would be 3
Right.
attacks coming at us.
Yes,
We'd
that's
have
right.
to defend against. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So these guys have been way tougher than they should have been. Good start.
We've been fighting Uber Nazis.
Yeah. But now they're all scared and there's bats everywhere. And we're gonna do it right now. Cool. So you defended with 2, and what was the other 2 that you used?
To hit them. To melt.
Oh, cool. Yes, yeah, to melt
yeah.
some metal. Great. Cool. I think is back around to
I haven't gone this round yet.
Cosgrave then, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm gonna be real simple, and I'm gonna just like try to run up and shove my shotgun under one of them's jaw
Nice.
Shoot them point blank
Nice.
with
That
a shotgun.
not that it matters mechanically, but that almost sounds more like a brawl because you're doing it up close.
Well, just because my shotgun gets extra
Yeah.
points up close. Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
yeah,
that
the
still
two of both.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 2. Mark off with a finger shotgun. That's 3. Plus 2 for point blank. That's point blank. That's 5. Yeah. 5 dice
Yeah.
versus my. I'm going to be rolling 4 because there's 2. Okay. Got it. Much better. Much easier.
All right. Here comes my blammo.
1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got 4 as well. Oh, man.
Ding, ding. Um, just gonna call it a draw. I've already got an injury, so we'll just yeah. I think how does that work like in the fiction as far as like whether or not someone dies and becomes a corpse? Like how do we determine when someone is actually killed?
Oh, we can just kind of say like you probably kill him.
Right,
And
but
that's
his buddies
part.
are
Yeah.
shooting at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure then I probably run up point blank, blast that guy, and then grab him and use him as a human shield as his buddies are trying to shoot me to prevent
Nice.
myself from getting shot.
Love it. Love it. Let me
And
double
then he's
check
pretty chewed up
the
after that.
so 2 things about blood. Blood can be freely shared between vampires as long as they're within arm's reach of each other. So you
Interesting.
can like do transfusions or mystical whatever. Um you can heal an injury by spending 3 blood at any time.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah. So like min maxi, if you wanted to take the hit and then spend 3 on blood to get rid of it, instead of defending against 4, you could do that, but whatever works.
We'll stick with that for now. We'll go
Cool.
ahead and just
Sweet. It is the top of the round then. And man, more soldiers pour in from
More?
behind. More. They've
Hmm.
like they've radioed back and they've gotten they've gotten word that they've got you pinned down. They're taking losses, but this is what they're doing. And so the threat's attack goes up by 1. Okay, so now their attacks are 4.
boom.
Okay. All right.
I know what I want to do.
Okay, go for it.
Can I or let me can I so we're in the dark in
Mhm.
the tunnels, right? We're in the metro tunnels. Oh gosh, how would this work? I want to jump up or scurry to the ceiling
Mhm.
and jury rig one of the lights to explode and like blind everyone for a moment.
Love it.
Or
Love it.
so okay. That's 4 for fix.
Cool. You're marking blood to skitter across the ceiling.
Marking blood to skitter across the ceiling. Okay,
And the ceilings are low, so you get an extra die.
okay. 4, 5 for that. I'm gonna use my tool belt.
And this is fixed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So 4 jury rigging. Sounds like 7 dice. Is that right?
4 for fix, 1 for scurry. Yeah. 1 for the tool belt and 1 extra for doing something it shouldn't do, I guess.
Right. Cool.
Also, do you say jury rig? This says jury rig. I used to
Yeah.
say jury rig.
I think both are correct. I've seen it both ways.
Yeah, I've always thought it was jerry-rigged.
I think jerry rig is more of like a World War II phrasing of it. The more modern uses I've seen says jury rig. I think that might be a drift from jerry rigging. So I think it was originally jerry rigging, and then just language happened.
Okay. I got a 1, so I get blood.
And you've got
And I got
5 successes,
5.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. I have 2. See, much easier
Okay.
now.
Yeah. Okay. So I will dodge the bullets while scurrying for the lights.
Hmm.
Um,
Tell me how you got that blood.
yeah. How do I get blood when I get a 0 or like 1? It's such a
Corpse Eater.
uh um yeah, I think I just while like scurrying past some guy, just take out a chunk of leg with my teeth while I'm I
Nice.
don't know. I picture when I scurry like down low. Yeah. So I just I take his Achilles tendon while I'm going.
Nice.
Just to
Nice.
knock him down. And so that's 2 for defending, and then 3. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think? We should make that an injury on them, or like towards the objective, like in the flash of light we see like this way
Mm.
or something. You guys have any feelings on that? Well,
No strong feelings on
Well,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I'll throw those 3 on the objective.
Awesome. Cool.
Get us down halfway at least.
Cool.
Yeah,
So we're down to 4 ticks on the objective.
Yeah, it seems like we can either sort of fight or flight.
Yeah.
Might have to fly
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, they're rough. Yeah, and I think all of like they reinforcements always come after every like
Mhm.
round of everyone going. So eventually, like if you just fight and don't put stuff towards the objective, then they're gonna eventually overwhelm you. So yeah, you're always gonna have to keep like picking at the objective while not getting hit. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Go for it.
I imagine that the bats are still there, but I'm gonna use Knight's Willing
Yeah.
Servants again,
Nice.
just to sort
More
of like
bats.
keep them coming. So it's
Excellent.
gonna be 5. Oh, that was bad.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Oh
You got
man.
Oh, that's really
you got 1
bad.
success, so
Oh,
this is actually good. Once
Oh,
per session, which is now, when you roll 2 successes or fewer, you can trigger a flashback. And that will add 2 dice to the pool, and you can re-roll the entire pool.
okay.
So if you would like to do a flashback, then you can roll 7 dice.
Yeah, do you give me the prompt for it or?
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
see,
I'll
page
take it.
41. Cool. Give me 2 dice. 2 dice. 4
5.
and a 1. Great. So this is a flashback of you extracting a spy from behind enemy lines. Who was there with you? Which one of the other characters was there with you?
So I think we were behind enemy lines and it was with Cosgrove because we were
Mhm.
infiltrating like sort of uh like a cabaret or something,
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds
French,
like a Cosgrove thing.
and
Um, yeah.
Chuck
So
stands out a little bit more.
yeah. So you saved Cosgrove from certain death. What nearly killed them there? How'd that go down?
What doesn't nearly kill them? I mean, they kind of live life by the seat of their pants, or on life, as it were. Um, so yeah, there was maybe some flirtation happening with a particular cabaret girl or boy, whichever you prefer, Cosgrove, that night. But I think it was I think it was the girlfriend or object of affection for a Nazi corporal there who was in
Mm,
attendance. Um, and tried to start a fight with Cosgrove, and
mm,
it was one of those things, meet me out back, da da da. And you know, Irina got wind of this and just said, "I got this," and she was one to meet him back there, and she sort of seduced him into this, lulled him into this false sense of security. Forget your, little cabaret minx. I'm a real woman. Before, of course, she tore off his head.
Nice. Cool. So that will let you add 2 dice to your pool, which was 5. So you can roll 7 dice and get that going again. Hopefully, get a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. That'll do that. And I get 1.
Finally.
There we go.
So I'm going to use one of those successes to negate damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 5 successes left.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
Okay, 5.
Yeah, 5.
And
close
we're
off the
at,
objective if you like. Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to take. Well, I'll take 2 off the objective because I'm gonna get some more blood because I'm hungry.
Nice.
So I will. Let me see if I want to do anything else. So, I will. I will actually use one of these. I don't know if I can. You can let me know if I can, but I'd like to use the last 2, one to collect blood and another to remove one of your attack dice.
Oh yeah, actually, since they're armored, you need to use 2 to remove an attack die because they've got that challenge rating there.
Oh, that's right. No, I'm just gonna take 2 blood then.
Cool, cool. And is Cosgrove last up on the hit list here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Cosgrave.
cool.
I'll have you know,
Cosgrave.
Cosgrave.
Cosgrove is my father.
After that flashback, I think is kind of appropriate to. I was thinking if Irina is willing to give me some blood for something I want to do, I thought because of their history together, I thought Cosgrave would just turn around and be like, Irina, baby bird, and Irina knows what that means. I'm hungry.
She rolls her eyes and just sort of like you kind of take Kira, and with your mouth open, she just spits out a little wad of blood.
Thanks. Thank you, my dear. I just won't even bother putting it in there because I'm going to immediately spend it. To try Phantasmagoria.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to, I figure Irina's already got the shit tons of bats.
Mm-hmm.
But since we're in the tunnels, I thought it'd be nice to incorporate the walls of the tunnels to have a huge swarm of spiders start coming down the walls of all the tunnels towards the Nazis.
Nice. That sounds like a Terrify to me.
I think so.
Cool.
The interesting thing about this character I've noticed is like he's got a lot of seems like he's geared towards trying stuff like this, but then like his Terrify is low. So it's like his stats are low.
He's the only one that doesn't have a 1 and a 4, so he's kind of like good at everything.
Yeah, kind of balanced.
In the middle.
Interesting.
Cool. So that's gonna be 3 dice. Is that enough for you, or do you want to
see what
use something else?
Well, I get +1 for incorporating the background, correct?
Yeah. So that's Terrify 2, background 1.
Oh, and then not just 1 for Phantasmagoria. I got you. Yeah, I forget. Yeah. So wait, if I hadn't incorporated the background, I would have just had the Terrifies without any Phantasmagoria. Wouldn't have added any more.
Cool effects, and if it affects, if it was so if you did like there's I don't know, a phantasm of a tank coming through the wall or something, we can like work that into the fiction of like how it scares someone off, or
right.
But
I don't think I'm feeling kind of desperate and overwhelmed, so I do think we're gonna pop open the Mother Millicent's stolen soul jar.
Ooh, tell me what that is.
I think this is why another reason I thought because of the walls of the tunnel are good for spiders, so it's a good time to release the soul of I can't think of a good name. I think that I tricked a great spider queen once, and I betrayed. No, I didn't betray her because I used my wits. So I think I conned her
Hmm.
and got the best of her and ended up getting to trap her soul in this jar. And so I will have this. She's basically like kind of a giant, the typical, like a big tank-sized spider, but with like a human torso, the upper half of
Nice.
a human torso coming off the front of it.
Awesome.
And finally, like, all right, if you'll help us, it is your time to be released.
Amazing. So that's 3 more dice. That's 6 dice altogether.
I think so.
Right.
Spiders.
1, 2, 3.
And I did get a 6, so that reduces the threat attack by the attack rating by 1.
Right. And cool. I only got 1 success, so you are in good shape. You could close off the objective if you want,
Yeah, let's
and
do that
then
then.
defend against that one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Describe the spiders overtaking everyone and clearing the way.
I think you start seeing the swarms of spiders coming on the walls, and that starts freaking them out. But it's not until Big Mama tank-sized half-human, half-spider comes skittering down the hallway that there's like, oh, hell no! And they just start running and like trying to shield themselves from the spiders and the bats and running the opposite way from the giant spider half-woman, who then leads that swarm of spiders. So they all end up going down that one tunnel.
Is
Bats,
she
spiders.
real enough to actually like damage them?
It's a good question because it says, um, let me see if it says anything. It was a stolen soul, so I
Mhm.
don't know. I think so. I think because she's finally been
Nice.
released,
Mhm.
that she, at least for the moment, she can definitely incorporate enough to be like, y'all motherfuckers, I'm getting some revenge because I've been trapped in that damn jar for a long time.
Nice, nice. Um,
Spears a
cool.
couple of them.
Yeah. There's no specific loot here, but if each of you wants to like find something cool down here, whether it's part of the metro or stuff that the soldiers dropped or anything at all, um, let's go down the line and see what folks found. So, uh, Arena, what do you find down here that we can use?
Is it something I get to determine, or you do?
Yeah, you do. You get to
Oh,
something that you found either that was left by the soldiers or in a subway car or part of the metro or anything down here left by someone who was down here before.
sorry, I
Whatever
sneezed.
sounds.
Oh, gotta sneeze
You're
again.
good.
Sorry.
You're good.
I will take um maybe like one of the more higher ranking officers had like this like occult medallion on them with some sort of
Ooh,
like some sort of like pagan occult symbol on it.
nice, nice. Um, and let's see, what would that be good? What's your bonus on that one? Um, I mean, I think that ward's against plus against supernatural if you use it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. What about Cosgrave? And you can drop that in loot, and that'll be 3 uses.
I think that as they were in a hurry to run away, one of the officers had dropped their basically like their a book of sort of like instructions and orders, which could help us avoid another help
Mm,
maybe see help do some sneaking in the future, because we'll know like, oh look, this is where they're camped out over there, and they've at
nice.
their main command posts at these
Hmm.
streets.
Like a Nazi playbook.
Yeah, there you go, exactly.
Cool. And that'll give you +1 against tactics.
Sweet.
Cool. And what about Chuck?
uh, just a Just a few hand grenades that he's
Yeah,
very proud to
fantastic.
find. Look
Yep.
at look at this, guys. I found some hand
Great.
grenade.
And that is clearly plus against enclosed spaces. Cool. Are y'all feeling good for one more location?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's take 5 then and then come back and do that.
All right.
All right. Sweet. See you in 5. Okay, cool. Let's get this threat up on the sheet. Yikes. Cool. We're gonna have some secondary objectives here. Cool. We're all back here. It's been there we are. Cool. So I think we're gonna do yeah. We are gonna do the German Technology Pavilion here. German technologies come across in leaps and bounds in the last half decade, and this exhibition hall has like all of the cool experimental stuff there. There's experimental fuel sources. The hall is kind of shut down, and there are experimental weapons and all sorts of stuff in there. So doing some damage in there while it's shut down and the Nazis are out hunting you elsewhere. It's probably a good thing. So y'all sneak into that closed technology pavilion. There are, outside there's like banners strung up that, they have like the future of warfare and all sorts of like propaganda posters out there. And you go in and you hear it's kind of like hissing and grinding noises in the dark. There's these like weird glowing rods over here, and in the center there is this big like uh, display, and in the center of the like large pavilion, I guess is the word. It's right there. There's a deactivated state-of-the-art quadrupedal weapons platform, and it's sitting there unpowered. On the other side is another display that promises the like uber of the Reich's soldiers. It is a Stahlsoldat, steel soldier, I think that is, and it is it looks like a war machine. It's half man, half metal. It's got like pistons everywhere, like these huge metal claws, and it is dormant. It has wires kind of running back to these control panels as you come in. What are you doing there?
I definitely think I would like to, if this is a possible thing. I'm guessing this would go with a search, but using the Nazi playbook to see if there's any information in there about this place that we can glean, like
Ooh, yeah.
maybe form a plan.
Yeah, I don't think you even need to use the playbook for this. Like it's basically, there's do a quick search and scan it. There are no soldiers inside. It seems like this technology is just in here for the wrecking / taking.
Jack, do you think possibly you want to, I don't know, get us a steel soldier? Fix it up.
I was thinking just the same thing. But sorry we couldn't get to that degenerate art exhibit I know you wanted to check out while we were here.
It's true. But perhaps when this is all over, we can rob it.
Well,
Have a good Autodix painting myself.
That does sound like fun. Yeah, can I okay. So there's a weapons platform.
Mhm.
Is that like a walking tank?
Yeah. It's like a quadrupedal tank.
Yeah, okay. And there's a robot soldier.
Yep.
Like, can I hack into the robot soldier?
Tell me what you're trying to do there.
God. Gosh, is that a good idea? Well, I'm American. I don't have
A
good ideas.
fantastic idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if this order necessarily matters, but I definitely would kind of like to hide before anything goes down. Like I'm looking for a place
Sure.
to be
Yeah.
out of
You can
where
hide
if
wherever you
shit
like.
blows up, I will
When
not
shit
be
blows up.
when shit blows up, I will not just be immediately in sight. People won't even know I'm there for a moment.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, your fix is 3, Keith.
Mm,
That's
Mm.
that is pretty good.
it's a good point. It's a very good point.
Yeah. Can I like? I guess the control panel is all in German.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna say, although Irina's fix is 4 for looking at that.
oh no.
So is Chuck. Oh, Chuck's fix
Oh,
is
Chuck,
4.
was that Chuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Sorry,
I was like,
had
well,
them
my
reversed.
fix is like,
No,
come
sorry, I
on.
had them reversed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't do
Don't
that.
dirty my
Uh,
hands.
I don't know why I was having that order reversed in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to. I mean, it's. I'm trying to think. Like, okay, I'm a cowboy robot. Like what's my concept of like programming a robot here? Like, well,
Not.
It's a good
I
point.
mean, yeah. I don't know about programming, but I mean, like what the bits and pieces are.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you've probably,
okay,
yeah, because you consider this as World War II tech. I mean, it's advanced, but still,
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
you probably had like fixed tractors
Yeah,
yeah,
trains.
and
Yeah.
farming
yeah.
equipment.
Practically the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. My what is it?
hay balers.
Uh,
They're
yeah,
complicated.
shooting whatever wombats back home. Practically the same. 2 meters. Yeah, I get this. Yeah. Yeah. I want to. Uh. Uh. Oh gosh. Yes. Uh. Well, I don't want to activate the robot or the cyborg soldier
Mm.
until it's on our side.
I got bad news
Uh,
for you.
yeah. I was
Might be
thinking about
working
that.
against game mechanics here.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Let me check out that weapons platform. Can I
Nice.
scurry up to it and like start pressing buttons?
Yeah. And in fact, the first button you press activates an alarm system. Red lights start going, and steel shutters slam down across all the windows and doors.
Yeah.
This was a trap, it looks like. And as you're like figure out what's going on, you hear the like steam hissing and like gears grinding as the steel soldat starts standing up and rips the cable from the back of its head. And you can see like there's not like a diesel pump like display coming up in front of its head. And I think the audience sees like the Terminator style like tracking thing. It's like, oh, there's that guy hiding up in the shadows. There's this outside. Yeah, and it stomp, and just sort of like does double foot jump and slams onto the floor in the middle of the pavilion, and like just raises its arm, and you hear like something spinning up inside there. It is probably not on your side.
Chuck, I don't think it worked.
Well, maybe you can con it to being on our side.
I could. I mean, if it's a possibility, I would.
You can try. Cool, yeah, and Irina's probably the one who's most conspicuous.
Yeah, I was just standing there.
Just standing there. So yeah, it levels an arm at you and spins up whatever is going inside there.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah, it's flowers.
Silly string.
Yeah.
It's blood.
What would Irina like to do here?
Yeah, it's going to feed you blood spraying from its arm.
Me.
Oh, and your objective is a 9-point objective, and it is get out of here.
Of course.
Fight your way out of here.
Yeah. So
there are 2 secondary objectives also.
Guess
There's
what I thought.
a 5.1 that is powering up the weapons platform, and a 4.1 that is getting fuel into it and getting it running.
Into
Oh
the
no,
weapons. Wait,
no, that is one objective. There's a 5-point objective of getting fuel in the weapons
weapons
platform and
platform.
getting up and
Oh.
running. Yeah,
All right.
I read that it's formatted weirdly into the thing. It looked like two.
So the little objective is basically powering up the weapons platform.
Yeah, and that will give you access to the weapons platform.
Dig it. Dig it.
Well, I mean, I'm standing right in front of him. I am going to try and con. Um, and question. So a piece of my equipment is cigarettes from the pockets of a hanged man, and it says +2 blood. Does it mean I have to use 2 blood to activate it, or?
I think that gives you 2 blood when you mark it off.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So yeah. Here's another question then. If I use my dark glamour, it says I get a plus for beautiful surroundings. Now, obviously, this place is not to Irina's taste, but
I
since
think it
this
counts.
is, yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's a big techno-German fascist thing. I assume a big techno-German fascist would enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that counts.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna mark cigarettes. I'm just gonna like take one out, and she'll sort of extend it to him and say, I'm sure it's been a long time. You must miss the taste of this tobacco, yes, upon your lips. I can give you one if you put that down.
Nice. So you're doing con, which is 4.
So 4
Um,
plus
plus your
1.
beautiful surroundings.
Yeah. And then marking the blood for the dark glamour.
Yeah, cool. So 5 dice altogether.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is 1 success.
You don't like cigarettes, he's a
Wow.
non-smoker.
Yeah, right.
And you already used your flashback.
Jeez. Nice.
Cool. I'm rolling attack dice, not threat dice. Attack is 4, threat is 6, challenge is 2. He has inch-thick steel plate on him.
Bang!
And he comes out of the gate with 3 successes. Like
Yeah.
I think he like does like kind of tilt his head a little bit and spin down the gun and take a step or 2 towards you. And then like claws extend from his hand and he just like backhands the cigarette out of your hand. What do you want to use that success on?
I will use it to defend myself
To
so
not get
that,
taken out of the scene.
yeah,
Not get taken out
exactly.
immediately. Great. Roll your wound. What do you take? Roll 1 die.
The 6.
Oh.
6. Great.
Oh.
That
Ouch.
is. Ooh. Yeah, and not only knocks that cigarette out of your arm,
Oh,
The rest of it.
oh
but
shit.
knocks your arm clean off. Yikes. That just means you can only use 1 item per turn, which is fine. Yeah, but that sucks. Yeah, and the arm with the cigarette still lit just slides across the floor there. Cool. The 2 of you see that happen. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to sneak and work on that weapons platform.
Nice. Um,
I don't think
cool,
any of
yeah.
my items were really gonna help unless I don't know if there's some way to incorporate a Nazi playbook into this.
Shoot it.
Do they have a sketch of the area? Where I see like, oh, if I go around this way, he won't see me because I can hide behind this desk.
So you're using fix with 3?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I didn't know if I needed to sneak over there, if I could just use fix. I mean, they're both 3s. So.
I think you're hidden, but
Right.
it's got incredible sensors and can see everything no matter what.
Of course.
So yeah, fix with 3 unless you want to add something there.
I'm kind of thinking, could there be like a sketch in the playbook? I was like, wait a minute, I think I've seen this before.
Diagnosis there. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, if you
The
want to mark off a use of that, that'll get you.
I didn't know what this was till I
yeah,
saw this platform. So
Yeah,
now I
that'd be great.
recognize it.
yeah,
This
that'll just
this
get you
is a
1 dice.
Unix
I don't think
system.
that's this is Unix system. I
You're
know
right.
this. Yeah. So let's fix with 4.
All right. There we go. 4 dice.
1, 2,
All
3,
right.
4.
And reduce threat level by
Versus
1 for that 6.
my 4 as well.
Or not, sorry, not threat level, but reduce their attack by 1 if I
Attack
roll a
rating by
6.
1.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. So next time his attack will be 3 instead. But he's got 4 successes on you.
Of course he does.
What would you like to do?
I know it's boring, but I'm gonna call it a wash again. I'm just gonna assume that I get over there and I'm about to start messing with stuff, and he starts
Like
blasting. I gotta like duck down behind it basically, and I can't
Yeah.
keep working on shit. I just gotta hide behind it while he's
Yeah, and
shooting at
it's
me.
not like it's not a like a minigun or machine gun. It's like a it's kind of like a flechette gun that shoots bullets instead of like those spikes. It's just like almost as if a machine gun had shotgun shells in it, just
Right.
like peppering the entire area there, and you're able to scooch around like behind the platform, and like the platform not affected at all. This would be a super handy thing to be
Yeah.
using against him.
Exactly.
But yeah, it protects you for now, but you're kind of pinned down behind there,
Yeah.
unless Chuck wants to do something about it.
Well, I am also on the platform or near it.
Yeah, you're right there.
So,
I think you're actually behind him now because he
oh,
jumped up to attack
oh.
Arena. Yeah.
Oof. Well, uh, okay. I really want to get that weapons platform up. What do I have? I've got all this fixed or something. Yeah, I'm gonna I don't know. I also have metal eating spit.
He is metal.
Seems
Oh, so many choices.
useful. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to bypass. Yeah, I think you see this debate happening on Chuck's face of like, should I just I want to just jump in and start hitting something, but I'm going to do the smart thing and try to get this some extra weapons on our side.
Since you're on the platform, do you think you could maybe use the stuff on the platform to like get the fuel run science? I don't
know. Yeah, or do I need to yeah, what does getting the platform working look like mechanically? Is it?
Yeah, so that's a secondary goal with a difficulty of 5. That's basically getting 5 successes on that thing there. Fictionally, what it looks like is getting it powered up and getting like the fuel rods into it.
Okay.
Like experimental fuel rods.
So really anything's possible.
Yeah. I will run to the glowing fuel. I was like, well, this looks important. And fill up my hat and run to the weapons platform.
Awesome. Wow, what do you think this is?
Well, I'm not. I mean, I would say fix because I'm trying to get something working, repair or modify devices.
Maybe
if I was trying to be like sneaky.
Maybe trying to extract the fuel rod without like damaging it from the enclosure. Like you have to spend some time over there before you can take it over to the.
Oh, Yeah.
I think if you like
Yeah.
were to smash and grab and run to that, it would be more like a sneak or a yeah, something like that.
Well, okay. How about a smash and grab on the fuel rods?
Hmm.
I'll just like take out a wrench for my tool belt
Hmm.
uh to break glass. I'm sure.
Probably won't
Like over
explode.
over these like very carefully placed fuel rods. Like I'm sure this is good. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah,
For
go
like
for it.
a brawl with an extra die.
Yeah.
Uh,
From your tool belt there.
yeah.
Nice.
Wait,
Cool.
did I click that? Yes, I did check that. Okay,
That
good.
is 4 dice then.
More dice. Oof, two.
That
Okay.
is 2 successes. And I am rolling 3, so that is 2 successes.
Oh, yeah. Um,
What do you want to do about that?
I want the fuel. Could those
You're
two
gonna
successes
get the
go to the?
fuel no matter what, I think. But
Yeah.
like whether you get it, yeah.
Uh, um, can I put those two successes towards the secondary objective and just take the
Yeah,
hit?
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Cool. So yeah, you grab it and sprint over to the machine. And he's I
Yeah.
think you're running into where
Yeah.
he's shooting. That's where that hit comes
Yeah.
from.
I'd be like, look, guys, it's not that hard.
Go ahead.
Two. Oh,
A 2. Oh, shot full of holes.
yeah.
I think that means
Yeah,
you
that seems
lose
good.
1 blood per turn.
Yeah.
And we'll start that up next turn. Yikes.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so you got the fuel over there.
Hmm.
Cool, and everyone is gone, I think. So it is the end of the round, and he like this, he kind of like glows with the same glow as the fuel rod is. And you see like another like another weapon drop from underneath his arm, a little grenade launcher. Who would like to step up?
So how much can we do in a turn?
Basically like a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to run away. I'm going to pick up my arm
Hmm.
and I'm going to spend 2 blood to heal myself.
3, right?
3.
Yeah, and you can do that anytime. That's not an action. You can
Oh,
that's just
okay. Well,
an extra thing you can do.
okay. Well, I'm going to do it anyway right now. And so do
Nice.
I just uncheck it
You
or?
just uncheck that. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just put the arm back into its place.
What does it look like when the blood magic reattaches it?
Um, just sort of see like it like hovers in the space for a moment, and you can see like blood and sinew and veins start to kind of like stitch together, bring the arm
Nice.
together. She just like rolls her shoulder around to make sure it works again. Um,
Attach the sleeve.
yeah.
Hallie, take note.
I'm going to. Ugh, my sneak is terrible. It's all the accessories I'm wearing.
You're not really a
Um,
sneaker.
yeah. I'm meant to be seen.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm going to actually try to search and
Mm.
um you said there's like some like scaffolding or something like that I can get
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
elevated from.
Hmm.
So I am going to use the scope in my rifle to just
Oh,
sort of like
nice.
look around first before I make a move. But yeah, I'm going to use that. So that's going to be 3 dice.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
That's 3 successes. And I have 1. What would you like to do with your 3?
So I'm going to uh so how much would I have to spend to knock the challenge down, or can I?
I don't think you can. I think
Yeah, I can.
only
Yeah, you're right.
no, yeah. Yeah, challenge is always going to be 2 here. I think anyone has that.
And because it's got the 2 rating, I can't reduce the threat rating.
You got 3 successes,
Yes.
so you could spend all 3 to knock it down 1.
And would it be for the rest of the?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I will actually spend 3 to do that.
And are you attacking the attack rating or the threat level?
What's better?
So the attack rating will be rolling fewer dice.
I don't
This
think
guy
attack
doesn't
rating
get.
is a option, is it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The threat level. There's
Oh, yeah, it's
6
not.
6 threat. This guy, when threat goes to 0, he is out. So that'll be 1/6 of the way to success.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I'll do it.
But that will mean you will take a hit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. What does it look like when you what do you do that gets through his plating?
Just using my scope, trying to find a weak point, a soft point, someplace that I can compromise.
Nice.
The integrity of his his bulky armor.
Yeah, and I think that just lets you see, that just lets you see like the gap between his neck and here.
Yeah.
Like the shot isn't taken, but you can kind of communicate to everyone like, they're don't hit the armor, hit the joints.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. And I think, roll your wound, and we'll see what happens fictionally.
3.
3. Your hair is ruined.
No.
Yeah. So what happens? He, punk, fires a grenade up there, and it goes like way over you, and you're just like, eat it. But it hits the ceiling, and just like plaster and cobwebs and stuff like rain down on you, and yeah, your hair is ruined.
Yeah, I think maybe some get singed off, and all of you just hear this like feral shriek throughout the ball.
Nice. Who's up next?
I think me. I was gonna try another round of fixing, hopefully.
Yeah.
I thought maybe, fictional at least, I could be like, Chuck, toss me the rods. I'm over, because like where I am is probably I'm at the back of the panel, and I think there's a panel where I to insert the rods, maybe where
Toss
I'm
me the
hiding
rod, I'll
out.
toss you the whip. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. That's a 3. Do you have anything you can use to add to that?
I mean, not unless the playbook can help me again. I don't know if there's a limit to how many times that thing can help you.
Yeah, I think if you're like just grabbing the fuel rod and looking to throw it in there, I think that's going to be that.
3 then. 3 it is then. Guess that's what we're gonna. I don't think there's anything else I can only do. Can't knife, can't shotgun. Yeah, I think that's the only option. Hey, at least I take that
Cool.
take that attack level down again.
That's 3 successes, and I get 3 successes as well.
Of course you do. But I do take your attack rating down. So.
Nice. That's good because it goes up every go around. That's a good thing. Cool. Yeah. So attack is down to 3 now. Great. 3 successes versus my 3 successes. What would you like to do? You could power up the weapons platform if you want to take a hit. Oh no, if you want to get taken out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll take me out, right?
Yeah. And if you get taken out, that sets up another secondary objective for someone else to revive you.
So I have 3 successes. You have 3 successes, right?
If you knock it down by 1, you'll still take a hit, but you can add 2 or any combination of all the stuff.
Right. So does that, if I only knock it down by 1, do I take 2 hits? Is that how that works?
No, you just take 1. If there are any dice remaining,
okay.
You'll take a hit. If there are 3 or more dice remaining, then you take 2 hits and get taken out.
So then there's really no reason to take it down more than 1.
Well, if you want to take it down by 1, you'll take a hit. If you want to take it down by 3, you'll take no hits.
Yeah, I mean between 1 and 2, there's not.
Yeah.
No.
mechanically the same.
What the hell? You have to take it down by 1,
Hmm.
and that leaves me 2 to spend elsewhere, right?
Yep.
And I will spend those on the secondary objective.
Nice.
How many would you have left on the secondary objective?
There will be one more after this one.
Okay, so yeah, I'll spend those 2 to insert the fuel rods, so we at least got
Nice.
that part of it done.
Roll your hit.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Let's see what happens here.
You're doing great.
A 1.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think like as you slam the fuel rod home, you turn around
That
and
sucks.
he is there and he just grabs both your arms and pulls and tosses the big chunk aside, which is your body, and tosses the other arm across the room. Your arm is ripped off, -1 on all stats. That is
Sucks.
rough. That
Have
is
to heal that
rough.
shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of us have 1 arm now.
I know I put mine on back.
Yeah, that
Oh,
arm's
did
back.
you grew your back?
Yep.
Okay, good.
It's going to be a cycle of like
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
first
Y'all just keep
arena, then
dropping
I'll
arms.
just
And, yeah.
This
Did
guy
everyone-
really loves ripping off arms.
Fuck your arms. They took my arm off to put this gun on.
Yeah, I
No
think
one
he's
else
just
gets an arm.
jealous.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did Chuck go this round?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna. Can I spend 3 blood to heal my wound?
You sure can.
Okay, so I won't be losing.
I think you're gonna take the blood first,
Oh,
and you can spend
okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, what's it like to have blood? That's nice.
I'm going to since Cosgrave and the Spell Soldat are near the weapons platform, I'm going to I want to just get onto the weapons platform by climbing up the steel soldier.
Mhm.
Just use him as a
Nice.
platform to jump onto the and try to start it up.
Awesome.
Well, if you stop me up.
That is definitely a fix.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to use my tool belt.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna fix the hell out of this thing.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Oh my god, you're not gonna fix the hell
Oh!
out of this thing.
Wait.
No successes. Would you like to
Do I get a
flashback?
flashback? I
Yep,
would.
you do. You do.
Okay.
Cool. Give me 2 dice.
Okay. Wait.
Well, I
Okay.
find page 41.
Flashback is 2 dice, 2d6.
Yeah. Or D66 technically.
one
Cool.
more.
Your flashback context. You are on board a plummeting airplane. Roll the D6 again. So let me get a different question. 6. Fantastic. So which of the other characters is there with you?
On board a plummeting airplane.
Mhm.
I think Irina.
Great.
That seems like
Cool.
Yeah.
So you and Irina are on a plummeting airplane. You won't let Irina see you fail like this. However, what do they most respect about you?
Oof. What do they respect, or what do I think they respect about me?
What do they
of course
respect?
Yeah. What do they respect about me? Jack, do you have any hits on that?
Well, what's the situation? Why are you in a falling plane?
Okay. We're on a plummeting plane. Maybe this is before the war, and we were just smuggling some art out of Russia. Yes, we're smuggling some stuff from the what is it? Oh gosh, what is their Hermitage Museum? Anyway, yes, we're smuggling some Saris art out of that, and I think Irina respects that. I don't care about that stuff. particularly, but I know that she does, and I'm willing to help out uh, where I can.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the last thing we see before cutting back to the
Uh,
pavilion?
um, uh, uh, I think uh, me saying like I have an idea, and like just pull it like giving parachutes to us, and like grabbing an armful of art. Like, well, we'll save what we can.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. That's going to give you 2 more dice, and you can re-roll everything. So it's 7 dice.
Oh boy.
That's
One,
better.
Okay.
2, 3 successes. All right.
2 successes and
And I'm rolling.
one, so I
Oh
get
yeah,
blood.
get you some blood. And I'm rolling 3 because my attack got taken down.
Wait, isn't that only 2 successes? Where's the third one? Because
You got a
5 and a
6.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 counts as 2. Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I only got 1 success. So
Okay.
what would you like to do? So
Uh,
you're
uh,
like running up the you're parkouring off the soldat onto the platform.
yeah. Um, I will. Okay. Uh, 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 I'll dodge the hit just like at the last minute. And just
Hmm.
he fires off into the ceiling as
I
I.
think he like slashes at you with the claws.
Yeah,
Tries to grab you, but you're too fast.
yeah. So that's 1 success, and then I'll power up the weapons platform, which is
Hmm.
like
What
I
does
don't
that
know,
look
I don't know.
like?
It's like, and then I look over and there's just like a big red button. I'm like, okay, that seems so. Hit that, and uh, maybe as part of that, it like um, fires off a gun randomly just to hit one, just like to, and it hits one of the steel shutters just to knock down the objectives
Mm,
one by one. So that's
awesome.
right. That's th right, 3, right? Defend, start, attack, or objective. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's me.
Cool. Weapons platform is completely powered up. Do you want to take control of this, or do you want someone else to jump on for you?
Anyone who wants it. I am perfectly happy spitting acid and brawling. If like,
Nice.
I mean, I know,
Um,
or I think Arena is set to shoot from a higher
ooh,
position,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. Completing those objectives gives one player access to the following pieces of equipment, and they don't occupy loot slots. So you have the weapons platform ready. It has 4 uses, and it has shrug off incoming fire with a plus. It also has a 1-shot microwave array turret that is +3 anti-tank, which this thing definitely counts as a tank.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So the hmm, um Cosgrave, how did your 6 reduce its attack?
Oh, because I think as it, so I had thrown the fuel rods into the platform, and then it grabbed me, ripped
Made a
my
wish,
arm
yeah.
off, and I think that as it was throwing me, its claw, like it kind of whacked into the weapons platform, which damaged its
Mm,
claw.
yeah, just like bent it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think it, you know, Chuck slams the button, everything turns on, and the top half of the soldier just turns around to face Chuck, and it raises its hand, and the claws like tink 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 tink,
Of course.
straighten back out. And it is the top of the round. Who wants to go for it?
I mean, I mean, since no one else seems interested, I'd jump on that weapons platform.
I feel like it's very like thematic. You just had your arm ripped off, and
Yeah,
like
right.
this is total revenge.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because man, that microwave tank gun seems real fun about now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
Let me move that over there. Cool. You want to just like fire that up? What is tell me what the microwave turret looks like first and how it's activated.
I think I like see it on the control panel, and I'm curious too. I'm like, how's this going to work? And so like I think there's like an flip up activation switch, and
Mhm.
it comes down from the darkness of the ceiling above us,
Ooh.
like the center of the room, like just a big giant ass, sci-fi Jetsons ray gun looking thing with like three little concentric discs down a, conical barrel. And I'm like, oh, that looks fun. And then I got like a targeting joystick on there, and I'm trying to point it at this nasty fucker who just took my arm.
Nice. So you've got 2 in shoot. If you want to spend that, that's going to give you +4, so that'll be 6 dice, and that'll be the shot. Is there anything you want to add to that if you can?
So that's six. You said 6 dice
I
right now?
think so. Yeah.
I don't think I can really.
Oh, actually, it's going to be because you're -1 to all stats, so your shoot.
Oh, that's true.
Your
Yeah.
shoot is 1 + 4, so you're gonna have 5 dice.
I mean, still not bad, but I don't really think
You
there's
can always
anything.
flashback if it goes
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
really bad.
yeah. So let's just see what the hell happens with. Where am I getting 5 from? I got 3 from the anti-tank,
Yeah. So you have 1 for shoot,
1 for
1
shoot.
for the turret, and then
Oh,
plus
one
3
for the
for
turret.
anti-tank.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been always good.
Yeah. And let's see. Well, I did get 1
That is-
success. It's also a
Yeah.
6, which also
You got
reduces as a.
3 successes. Yeah.
Oh, 3.
Mhm.
I keep forgetting how things work.
Yeah. 6 for you. 6s are 2. For me, they're not.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
you-
forget this. Just 2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got 3 successes, and that reduces back down. Man, you're keeping them in check.
At least my special keeps firing off, so that's something good.
He unfortunately got 4 successes. No, 3 successes. Yeah. So it's 3 and 3. What would you like to do?
I'll take off 1 of his successes.
Ooh. Okay.
And how much threat does he have left?
He has 5 points of threat, but you would need 3 points to do a point of damage to him, 'cause he
Okay.
got
And then how much we have left on our get the frick out objective?
8.
Oh Jesus. Fucking hell.
But if he dies, it's easier to get out, right?
Yeah, that's true. You would have to take you'd be taken out to do damage to him though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
we know we're nearing the end of session anyway, so let's just get taken out and then they can have that other objective to resuscitate me or whatever.
Nice.
I'll take
yeah,
myself
so-
out to take him out, or not take him out,
Awesome.
but do what I can.
So yeah, the micro like fires up, even though it's microwaves which are invisible. It like glows bright red, and like it looks like it's about to fire, and it just like pops, and it's more of like an explosion than a focus beam, but it does like stagger him back because it hits something, like the microwave penetrated the armor and like heated something up inside, like started sparking, and you like see his like claws doing that. Roll 2 hits. Let's see what happens.
What am I rolling?
Roll 2d6 to see where your hits are.
Oh, where am I? It's got you.
Yeah. 3 and a 5. So you get a sucking chest wound, and your grimoire is damaged. And I think what it looks like is, I think his arm explodes, his hand explodes, and it just sends like that titanium shrapnel straight at you. Like one gets stuck in one of your books, and one goes like right into your chest, and like you can see your lungs working inside and like bubbling blood, and you just fall over. So yeah, that's a new secondary objective. fix fix Cosgrave,
So just because I'm like
and that's going to be 4.
because I'm trying to grok all the rules. So how
Yeah.
come this time I took 2 injuries, but the other time,
So if I have three dice left, you take
right?
2 injuries and you're taken out.
Oh, that's part of if there's 3 left.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
And then if just theoretically I had knocked one down, then I would have only taken 1 injury.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dig
Cool. So there's a 4-point objective to
it.
rescue Cosgrave. Who's up?
Well, I guess I'll try to take a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know why I slipped into a southern accent there, but hanging out with Chuck too much. All right. So I'm going to use my hunting rifle, my exquisite hunting rifle. I'm elevated, so that's 1 dice plus shoot, so that's 4 dice total right now. And then I am dead-eyeing, so that's a special. Never mind. So it's 4 dice, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Awesome.
think
Yeah.
5, because
So
you're
5, yeah.
elevated, right? Yeah.
Yep, you're elevated.
So you
Where does
3
the
for
4th one
shoot,
come from?
3
3
for
for
shoot, 1 for the rifle, and 1 for elevated.
Oh, I thought the actual equipment doesn't. Okay, got
So
it.
yeah, the equipment always gives a die, and then you get bonuses depending on.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
That's what
And
confused me too, because my special ability didn't give me 1. So I was like,
right.
wait,
Yeah.
rifles do, but my ability doesn't.
Well, that's 2 successes.
Cool. He's only rolling 3 dice because of Cosgrave. I only get 1 success, and since you're using a ranged weapon, my attack rating goes down by 1.
Wait, what?
Is that your Deadeye?
Oh no, that's a special though.
Oh, that's only a special. Sorry. Cool.
It's like, oh,
Still a 3 then. Oh, and our threat reducer is out. That's right. Cool. So you have 2 successes. I have 1. What would you like to do?
and I need at least 3 to hit, right?
Yeah, to do damage.
So I can't do any damage to him. So instead, I'm going to defend myself with 1, and I'll gain blood with the other.
Nice.
And to gain blood, I think that I just have like a little like really ornate silver flask that I keep like none blood, and I just take a shot.
Nice. Yeah, and I think his not damaging you is like he's so focused on like his hand exploded, there's stuff going out of here, and he gets like the ting, like, oh no, he's like just acquiring you now. Yeah, are we back to
I'm gonna
Chuck?
I think yeah. I'm going to jump down from the weapons platform.
Nice.
And brawl with acid spit.
Awesome.
Cool.
So that's
down
3, and then +2 for metal. So that's 5. Yeah. Definitely not low ceilings here. That is 2. That is 2.
Gosh.
And I get none.
Oh, great. Well, I jump down on him. I try to attack. He shakes me off, but I take a bite before he does.
Bites of exposed flesh.
Yeah. It's gross. It's terrible.
Yeah, it tastes like what does it taste like? It says what the Ubermensch's blood tastes like. It tastes like bleach and pine tar and gasoline.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe when he throws me off, he hurls me into the steel shutter, and I'll take 1 off the objective to get out. Yeah. Okay. Is there a time on Cosgrave?
Nope.
Or is
He's
that
just there.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just like you're not dead because you're undead, but you're incapacitated. He's like, guys,
I am currently microwaved.
Yeah.
Microwaved by proxy. I was in the field of micro explosion.
Oh yeah, you got hit by the titanium shrapnel.
Yeah. It's like I don't even know what that
Um,
means.
cool. And so the top of the round, and again,
Oof.
like the
He gets 4.
yeah, and like there's like the sort of the Superman 3 like cables kind of whipping around and stuff, and his hand doesn't grow back, but now it's like more of a just like if metal and wire were bone and sinew, it's just like he's got another grabber. Doesn't have the claws on it, but he's like rebuilding his hand. Who's up next?
So we can just use one success to raise Cosgrave, or
That's 4 successes to
oh
fix him.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any ideas, Chuck?
Um. Uh. I mean, I could, if you want to take another shot at, like, I feel like while you're elevated, it seems like a good use of that.
Yeah, I just want to I just want to get Cosgrave up because yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Can how does that work narratively? Like to get someone back into shape. So let's say I like.
Just say what you're doing, and we'll find
Yeah.
something to roll for.
Okay. The shock of being thrown across the room has cleared the bloodlust a little bit, and I was like, yeah, my friend. That's right. And I run over to him. I don't know if he got blown out of the.
I think he's
walker.
just kind of like slumped on the platform with
Yeah.
pieces of metal
Okay.
sticking out of him.
So I jump up, and can I like start healing him by like pulling things out and giving him blood?
Oh yeah.
Or like,
You have 3, like if you want to spend 3 blood and roll a fix.
okay.
That's yeah. Do you want to try using your tool belt on him to pull bits out?
Uh, final use. Let's
Cool.
get this.
So that'll get you up to, well, you roll 6 straight up there. Um, yeah, and let's see what happens. Don't spend the blood yet.
Okay. Uh, 6 for.
That's
4
4 successes.
successes.
Cool. I get 2. Um, cool. I think if you use all those successes and spend that blood, we'll get Cosgrave back.
Okay. And I get 1 blood for rolling a 1.
Nice. But you will take a hit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that, and we'll see. We'll
Okay.
work out what it looks like.
Okay. Oh yeah.
2.
Oh.
Ooh, you're shot full of holes again. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So what does it look like? Tell me the recovery procedure with the tools and the blood and all that.
Yeah. Get out. Maybe like the titanium's still hot from the microwave energy. So I just grab some pliers and start like pulling stuff out. I don't know if I'm like giving him my blood. At some point, like his chest wound is just so gaping that I like I'm just gonna rip apart my tool bag and use it. Just like it's dusty, it's real dirty, but like we're dead, so it doesn't matter. And just like use that as like wrapping around his wound to try to like hold them together.
What does the blood transfusion look like?
Well, I'll just put my arm in his mouth and just like shut his jaws on it. But I
Nice.
was like, oh, come on, you're gonna make me do this? I'm like,
Yeah, and I think I like as you get it, like coughs back to consciousness, throw himself up. I think from Cosgrave's perspective, like you still kind of like getting the weird muffled sound like coming back, so you hear like a buh, 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 and you just see like little streaks of light coming out of Chuck's chest,
Uh-oh.
and behind him he's like the smoking spinny gun from the soldat who's like put some holes in him, and you're gonna start losing blood next turn if you don't fix it up. But that's not until next turn. What are we doing this turn?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off another round
Nice.
with the hunting rifle.
Cool.
So let's hope for the best.
Cool. So that's 5 straight up.
Oh God. 3 success.
Nice. Versus 2 success.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use, because I can get injured again, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
You can spend 3 blood to take it off. That's all right.
Yeah, I don't have. Oh, I do have 3 blood. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to use my 3 blood to take one of my injuries off now, so that I can.
I would recommend waiting.
Oh,
well,
okay.
yeah, because the next one's going to be a bad one, so you can take that one off.
Wait, what's going to be a bad one?
So the next hit on any of those is going to be either an abdominal puncture, a headshot, or taking an arm off.
Well, that's why I was thinking if I use the blood now to heal myself, I'll at least have a less intense injury to roll for. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Because like right
Yeah, I
now
guess.
I've only got those 3 to choose from. But
Yeah.
if I at least take off one that's a little bit, more
Well,
cosmetic.
whatever that one winds up being, you can spend the blood to take it right off.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, so in that case, I'll use. So I got 3 success.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
did you get a 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so your dead eye kicks in.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. Yeah, you're right.
Ping.
See, you know myself more than I do. See, that's Chuck and Irina's relationship.
Yeah.
You're so observant.
Where did you hit him to take that rating down?
He's got like with his his Gatling gun pointed down at Chuck, and it's smoking and it's reloading.
Mhm.
I think she just sort of lines up and aims at like one of the more prominent tubes that is coming out of the back of his neck, and just sort of blows it off.
Nice. Yeah, and I think
And
so.
it's like feeding him like like methamphetamines or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm of the skills and equipment are wish list school of thought. And I think when you blow that off, there's a like the tube goes off and sprays everywhere. And you can see inside where the tube was connected, it's like glowing, but instead of sort of firefly blue that the fuel stuff is, it's more of like a blackish violet glow swirling inside, and you can tell that this is not just technology that's powering it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. So then I will roll my d6 to see where I'm injured.
You have 3 successes. I have 2. What did you want to do with the successes? Did we do that already?
Oh, I guess I'm sorry. No, yeah, I was confused
Oh yeah,
'cause
that was just the
yeah,
special. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so 3 successes. Where are we at with things? Let me just double check.
He has 4 threat left.
He do, but I've only got 3. I am going to use Because he only hit me twice, right?
I
Or
have two
once.
successes, yeah. So if you take off both of them, you won't take a hit. If you take off one or none, you will take one hit.
I'll take one hit off, but then I'm going to use two to have to put to our objective of get out, and I think that's just what like the gaping hole in the ceiling where he's
Hmm.
he's like a grenade.
Yeah, that starts collapsing.
Yeah, and so we could see like that's a possible exit for us. And then yeah,
Um,
roll.
so spending one to defend isn't going to do any different than spending none. So you could use that other one for something else if you want to as well.
Oh,
It'll be the same.
okay. Yeah, then I'm going to. I will use one to try and fix Cosgrove. Wait,
Nice.
Cosgrave, you're up, right?
Yeah, he's up.
All right, so that's just full, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Just
Sorry,
take
I was
that
just confused. Then yeah, I will use the other one to I'll just gain some blood. I'll just take another swig of my blood flask.
Cool. Awesome. Sweet Cosgrave.
And
I think
then
you're
that
up,
way,
right?
so I do roll then for the injury though, right?
Oh yeah, because you're taking the hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. That's a 2.
Yeah, that's a abdominal puncher. If you want to spend the blood, you can just not take it.
Yeah.
Cool. So like it, you take a shot there. How does that work? Yeah, I think it's just a like a single shot. His like flak cannon, like he gets a hole in his hand and just like does a boom like one round, and that just kind of like goes into your gut and kind of blows out your back, and like the blood just like congeals that closed. More holes in your waistcoat though.
I'm very upset.
Great. Are we to Cosgrave?
I think so.
Cool.
So I know the special weapon is used up, but can I still use the weapons platform to like shoot?
Yeah, so it still has 4 uses
Right
with
of the
a
okay.
plus shrug off incoming fire.
Which how does that work as a plus?
So if
Check.
he's shooting at you, you'll get an extra plus.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll
Seems-
definitely level that weapons platform at him and be like, unleash hell.
What's firing?
How do you mean?
What is the gun on the platform look like?
Oh, yeah, because the microwave is. I think once I realize the microwave is shot now, it won't work. And I do see like a secondary joystick, so I flick that and activate it. And I think out of the big microwave gun, like out of the sides of it, 2 little like Gatling guns come out either side of the microwave gun
Nice.
that will
Nice.
now focus on him. And that's right. I'm still also
Oh yeah, so you have
down.
one
I
shoot
was gonna say, 'cause all my stats
2
are
for the
down.
platform, because he's definitely gonna be popping off shots. So that's 3 dice for you.
Yay.
But since I'm also down, I'm only running 3 as well.
I mean, I do what I can. I don't feel good. All right, well, I got 2.
That's 2. 2 successes does qualify for a flashback if you want to do one.
Yeah, why not, man?
Cool. Give me 2 dice for the flashback then.
Yeah. Use them if we got them.
Yeah.
4 and a 2.
4 and a 2. That's page 41. Cool. So the flashback context, you are rescuing POWs in a thunderstorm. And who is with you?
That sounds like something Chuck would be with me on.
Chuck has taught you a few tricks. What was the most important lesson?
Well, Chuck knows that I tend to hide in the shadows, be a little more sneaky, all that kind of things. I think Chuck has taught me that, like, sometimes the best tactic is to kick in a fucking door, guns a-blazing. And so that's how, like, the guards aren't expecting anyone to be coming to bust these prisoners out. So suddenly me and Chuck just fucking bust those doors open and start. They don't even get their guns up before we've shot them all down. And I was like,
Okay.
you're right, Chuck. That does work better sometimes.
This could be way easier than sneaking out. There's no one left alive to keep us out of here.
Yeah.
Great. Thunder flashes. Fantastic. That gives you 2 more dice, so you can roll all 3 plus those 2.
So a total of 5 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's happening here? Okay, there. 5 dice. Hey, that's way
Ooh,
better.
doggy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And his attack rating goes down
Oh.
by 3 for what that's worth.
And I got none.
Welcome up. Welcome
You know,
up.
so he's got 4 threat left. Takes 2 off for the challenge. 6 will take him out if you want to spend that.
Yeah, how many did I have total? 2, 4,
8.
6, have 8. So yeah, let's just obliterate this motherfucker first off.
Yeah, describe how that works.
I think he kind of knows the power of this weapons platform. So he hears those start spinning up, and he's like, you see a little fear in his eyes as he looks up, and he's like, it starts to like try to run, but before he can even run, just those 2, they're not regular like they are uber
Like
Gatlings.
Depleted uranium.
Yeah, and they just start like just blowing pieces off him, arm, leg, the armor just shreds like butter as it comes off of him, and
Nice.
till he just falls over just a mess of metal and flesh and whatever all he's made of in a kind of a
Yeah, and I think you recognize like one of the last shots, like it blows his armor off, kind of like blows half his head off, takes his shoulder out, and he's just kind of like crawling forward, and you see there's like a tube that kind of looks like one of the fuel tubes, but that's where the sort of black violet glow is coming from, and as the bullets shatter that, you recognize it as like it doesn't look exactly like one of your soul jars, but there's just sort of like tortured scream, like face comes up and like swoops up to you and then swoops around and does a little Ghostbusters thing and then fucks off out the hole in the ceiling. And yeah, it's just a mess left there. And that will take out that Uber soldier there.
And I still have 2 successes
and
left.
you've still got 2 successes left.
And what's left on our main objective?
You can just grab that in blood or something if you want.
Yeah, I didn't. I was thinking blood, but then I was also
Yeah,
thinking
because once he's taken out, the objective is complete.
then yeah, give me some blood. I'm so hungry. I'm so
Nice.
hungry. I've been hungry all game.
And
that's just 1 blood each, so 2 blood total. Is that how it works?
Yeah. I think with the soldier down, I think you're able to clamber out of. You have the weapons platform. You go to the and just like use the just like rip through the steel gates. I think a clock tower nearby strikes midnight, and you kind of like look, and there's the Eiffel Tower in the distance, and the 3 of you are just on the weapons platform, crawling towards it. I think that's where we'll end.
Nice. It's a good victorious ending.
Yeah. Oh, and importantly, when you drink the blood of the Uber guy, you advance, so you would get to take one of your advances
nice.
there, which are all really cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it.
Cool. Yeah.
Love it.
Let's do a round of stars of wishes. And we'll just go in character keep order. So Jack.
Well, first stars to you, Mark, for inviting me.
Yeah.
As you know, I've been wanting to play this game for a while. So I'm glad I was able to do it, and I'm glad you were able to facilitate it. And yeah, I had a blast. Obviously there was some little hiccups here and there about trying to figure out mechanics, but it's a first time for all of us. So that's just going to be a thing. But I thought everyone was really fun. Everyone really leaned into the sort of ultra violence of it all. I loved Chuck and Irina's sort of like little relationship as far as
Mhm.
like, with the flashbacks and the sort of like respect that they had for each other. And I also just loved like there's so much like great imagery that happened because of this
Mhm.
game. Like just so like the visual of like this like trench coated rotten ghoul running around with like leaking blood from all these different holes, looking like vampire Swiss cheese. It was really fun to me. And then yeah, Cosgrave. I loved your approach to him. I loved the like the use of the hallucinations in the tunnel and bringing
Yeah.
out the Spider Queen who you probably slept with at some point, trapped in there.
Garrett.
Um, but yeah, and I love the little baby bird moment. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is definitely something I would want to play like more than one shot. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
they definitely lends itself to like, a truncated campaign play. But as a one shot, it was fun and I really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Any things, wishes, I guess? Not that we're
Uh,
playing again, but
yeah, I mean, wish, play again, wish,
yeah.
to get my hair done, get my hair fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
All it takes is a
and
little blood.
yeah, that makes a great shampoo and conditioner. Um, and I think the only other wish would be like when running this game again, or if I ran this game, would just be to like make the fight or flight thing more apparent.
Mm,
Because I think it's a sort of, it's a mentality obviously from like trad games, at least for me it
right.
was,
We gotta
where
beat
it's
the
like
bad guys. Yeah.
if you're
Oh,
presented
right.
a bad guy, you can beat the bad guy.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it's like if we didn't have that flight option, we would be dead or
Yeah.
undead,
Yeah.
dead again. So yeah, I would just say like the playing up the ability to be able to flee
Mhm.
is just important.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Heath.
Yeah, stars for everybody. It's always fun. Just almost get a good beat on their character and our relationships as a gang. There's with a history with each other and everything.
Hmm.
And yeah, to Mark for running it. And I like that there's enough mechanics to make it interesting, but it's also super simple.
Hmm.
So that's nice, something you can get into real quick. And it's not like so many other games we've played where it takes us 2 or 3 sessions before we've kind of got our minds wrapped around the system. This was like, oh yeah, okay, cool, got it. There's like a couple of things we can do with dice, got it. So that's cool. Yeah, and no real wishes on the same thing. Like, yeah, it would be cool to.
An extended.
I mean, it seems like we probably like either would have finished it in a longer night or like one more campaign would have
I think
finished
this is
it.
about a quarter of the way through.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, yeah, it's nice. It's short, but to take advantage of like some of the advances
Hmm.
and some of that stuff, some of the other mechanics and then
Yeah.
lend a little more. I'm curious, is there anything in the rules? Like if someone does take enough injuries and they do their final big move and blow up or whatever, is it one of those things like
Mhm.
then you come back as one of the other characters or
Yeah. I mean, technically you're out, but I would, if I was running, I'd be like, cool, pick a different one and you get
yeah.
get dropped in fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
There
do
is a like in
definitely.
a. Sorry, go ahead.
And I was gonna say, absolutely, I do love because as I know Ben alluded to as well, in our other campaigns, like I know that we all tend to have that mindset of like,
Oh,
don't use your stuff till I'm saving my stuff for the big time, and then we like don't ever use our stuff because we're saving our stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So it's nice. We're just like, just use all your shit. If you got, just use it. It does.
Yeah.
You'll
You
get
get bonuses for using all your
Yeah,
shit. It's
yeah.
really great. Yeah.
I like being encouraged because I know I definitely have that hoarding mindset
Yeah.
sometimes of like saving it for the right moment when I absolutely need it.
99 Phoenix Downs. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Ben.
yeah. Stars for everyone playing their characters. They're trying to find that like that sweet spot of like what's mechanically interesting and what's narratively interesting.
Mhm.
Star for Mark as usual for running things. Extra star for Jack for jumping in. Yeah, this is a game that I've wanted to play for a while.
Mhm.
Ever since I got the PDF, it's like this is I don't know, very flavorful. Let's say. Um, yeah. So stars for everyone. Stars for like the story. Stars for like finding a way through. through like weird challenges. Wishes, I don't know, it's a wish. It's interesting to me. I thought this, I thought uh, we were going to be like a little more like super powered monsters, and it was a little more challenging than I expected, which is not a wish. It's just an interesting thing that I noticed
Yeah.
playing the game. Yeah, other wishes. Yeah, I would definitely come back and see how this happens. I also definitely in our intro when we landed, I kind of wanted to be like, oh no, like the three other coffins from our platoon is like
Across the river.
we randomly like landed here, like they randomly landed over there somewhere. Yeah. I feel like I'm getting a hang of it, and it is funny also, Heath, because like it is very simple. It's funny in like I don't know what we are like 12 sessions or more in Slug Blaster, and I still like will never call boost and kick by the right name. Whereas here it's just like, okay, like there's threat, there's attack, and like there's your dice pool from your skill, like just like build it. But still, there's enough. I don't know if this is a wish. There's so much interesting things that you can do each round. I kind of felt bad wanting to do the same thing sometimes because I was just like, oh, like I have a gun, I should just keep shooting them, right? I kind of wish maybe there was some mechanical benefit to changing it up and being more like interesting in that way. Yeah, that's like a game issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in a longer play, like that gun's gonna run out, and you're gonna have
Right.
to pick something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
think
if I remember,
part of that falls on me to like present different situations where it's like, oh, you're in, you're doing this instead, and shooting is gonna be bad or whatever. Sorry, Heath, were you saying something?
No, I was gonna say, but also if I remember the descriptions correctly, that's kind of what Chuck's designed for.
Yeah.
Unless,
Yeah,
I
Chuck is the
remember
simple
like
one. Yeah.
a couple of the classes were specifically like, if you like playing this kind as a simpler character, then this is great for you, and less shit to you pick from or whatever. And then
You want to play a human fighter? This is the closest you're gonna get. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I had a great time. Stars to everyone for playing it up. Big star for Jack for jumping in. Early wish. Like I feel like this system is tuned to more players. I feel like a 2-player game would be absolutely brutal because of the reinforcement stuff. But yeah, there's so many great moments of just badass things that you all did from start to finish. I can't even remember them all. It is simple and gives a lot of opportunities to do cool stuff. And I think like even and I think this might just be my style, but like even if like I gave you the like, oh, it's powered by a ghost or whatever, I think even like on successes, players could be like, oh yeah, like I have something that I don't know, like is useful like in supernatural. So like, yeah, I shoot his faceplate off, and he's a skeleton or a ghoul or whatever. So like next time I attack, I can do that. I think this game lends itself to like really good collaborative world building. I really like that it's like just fights, but it is also like the flashback thing is really cool to give those interactions. I think with more players, you get even a bigger web of that. So yeah, thanks for making this playable. Yeah, I definitely want to try again with a longer campaign. I think maybe get like at least four people in it. I feel like there are star to everyone for hanging out while I like figured out how rolling things the right way worked and all that. I feel like there are like some nuances in there that like it probably warrants another read to sort of, now that we've got some feet on the ground, kind of like figuring out like exactly like how little bits and pieces work. But overall, yeah, super simple, super fun, and yeah, great time shooting Nazis.
also want to throw one more star in there. I forgot. Like I like how a lot of the items, powers, or whatever, or just sort of have flavor text, and it's up to you to figure out what that means.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not specifically like, oh, if someone attacks you with a gun, then this, it's more like my soul jar or whatever. It doesn't tell you what the fuck that is or what it does. It's like Add 3 dice. You tell me what it means.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, love it. Cool. Anything else before we sign off?
I did have a question, just as I have the PDF, but I
Yeah.
haven't read it yet. Was the introduction your idea or was it in the game?
That's it. I read it almost verbatim.
That's awesome. Yeah. I loved everyone's like individual entries. It felt very like
Yeah.
you knew who they were at the start.
Yeah, that was me throwing in like, oh, I want to see everyone like come out individually and like show their stuff. But yeah, the little script is in there. So it's
Actually,
like
yeah.
if you have a grasp on the mechanics, like here's how to play your first game, walkthrough is really easy. I think watching an actual play or playing it once or understanding it when you read it, like you should be able to drop in and play it with no problem at all, or run it with no problem at all.
I'll say one more wish for a one shot. I kind of wish we had seen at one of the last stands, particularly
Oh
Cosgraves.
yeah. Mhm.
Cosgraves, which is Undead Horde. Like, what does that look like? I would like to see that. But
I did think about that, and I was like, if I had been at that point, I would have used it. But I was like, oh, I'm just taken out of the scene because of the injuries, and I'm not
Yeah.
dead or can't use that yet.
Yeah,
But
I think
totally
it,
would
it
have.
takes getting like taken out a couple times to be able to actually die. But then zombies come in and rip him apart. That's great. Awesome. Anything else? Cool. Well, thanks so much for jumping in, Jack. Thanks to everyone or anyone who's watching and everyone playing. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.